are happy to announce the launch of our new logo. We have evolved since our incorporation in 1997, and it is time to refresh our new look to reflect who we are today. Before I reveal our new look, however, walk with me while I take you through our journey of the last 25 years. Trust Bank was incorporated on July 3rd, 1997 and began operations on October 1st, 1997. Following the collapse of the parent company of its predecessor, Meridian, the CBG stepped in and recapitalized the bank and held the shares in trust, thus the name Trust Bank. In 1999, the first investors who responded to the IPO and paid $1.50 per share received their maiden dividend of 50 bututs per share. In 2000, the bank fully paid back its investment by declaring another dividend of $1.20 bututs per share, making it a cumulative dividend per share of $1.70, which was 20 bututs above the purchase price. Between 2002 to date, share capital has increased from $27 million to $200 million, indicating that the bank has grown organically by plowing back profits to increase capital, while at the same time paying dividends to shareholders. The bank was listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange in November 2002, being the first ever cross-border listing in the sub-region. Now let's talk about awards. The bank was awarded the insignia of the National Order of the Republic of the Gambia, ORG, in the year 2010 by His Excellency the President of the Republic of the Gambia. During the past years, the bank has received so many national and international awards. Banker Magazine, 6 times. Global Finance, 6 times. Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, 5 times. We began operations with 3 branches. Now, we have 18 branches and 20 ATMs and counting. On digital services, mobile app, check. Online banking, check. Transaction alerts, check. Watch this space. We've got more coming. Creating employment, yes, we've got that too. 400 and counting. And we take great care of our people too. Medical insurance, life insurance, private and state pensions, annual pilgrimages for both Muslims and Christians, training, yes, we do them all. One team, one family, one goal. That's the Trust Bank spirit. On corporate social responsibility, we have spent over $50 million in various causes. We care, and so we share. Over the years, we have paid over $1.6 billion to our shareholders, which translates to a whopping $20 per share and counting. Phenomenal returns for our shareholders who purchased at $1.50. Corporate taxes, over $1 billion is paid. Our journey started with a vision to create the kind of company that delivers quality services and innovative products with an inspired team dedicated to serving our customers, our environment, and our communities at large in the most caring manner. We remain fully committed to delivering excellent services to each of our stakeholders, customers, employees, shareholders, and partners. So, we remain true to who we have always been. As we look forward to greater achievements, we are rebranding to reflect who we are today and the future that we inspire. Our new logo has been designed to visually demonstrate our Gambian heritage and the sophisticated nature of the bank. We are moving away from the navy and gold-colored parallelogram-shaped logo to our baobab tree with a rising sun in the background. The striking outline of a baobab tree at sunrise is a familiar sight to anyone who has spent time in the Gambia. Our new logo and visual identity are inspired by our core values and spirit of being a pioneer in providing a unique banking experience. It is a completely new look that better matches the transformation we have made as a company. But we remain your Trust Bank. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor to present to you our new logo and corporate identity.
I hope you understand now.
Yes.
This is your withholding tax certificate.
Thank you.
Sorry, sir. Give me a few minutes. Let me finish with her. I am not here to sit. I received an alert from my bank. It's like you made a mistake.
The amount transferred to my account is different from the amount on the invoice I issued to you.
No, there is no mistake. We deducted 10% as withholding tax.
Withholding what? In fact, what is withholding tax?
As he just told me, withholding tax on contract payments is a deduction from payment made to contractors carrying out work, supply of labor or materials, and or provision of technical or consultancy services. 10% is withheld for Gambian residents and 15% for non-Gambian residents. The contractees remits the amount withheld to the nearest GRA tax office in the month of deduction or on or before the 15th of the following month.
What's my interest?
You will be issued a certificate which you should take to GRA when you go to pay your quarterly and annual tax.
What happens to the 10% deducted from my invoice?
That 10% will be less from your tax liability.
So it means the 10% is an advance payment of my tax liability. And I only pay the difference of my tax due for my quarterly and annual payment.
Correct, sir.
Buba, you should have told me this. We all know for any meaningful development to take place in a country, we must pay our taxes.
And on time.
This information is from the Gambia Revenue Authority. For more detailed information about your withholding tax obligation, please visit any of the nearest GRA offices. The Gambia Revenue Authority, collecting revenue for national development.
For the first time in the history of the Gambia Printing Publishing Corporation proudly introduces the Biliomatic exercise book printing machine. The machine has the capacity to print more than 20,000 books per hour. Yes, 20,000 books per hour. It also prints magazines, newspapers, calendars, flyers, normal books and all kinds of printed documents plus items at affordable prices. With the Biliomatic printing machine, GPPC can now render high quality and non-size restricted printing service supply across the sub-region. Rush now and partner with GPPC for all your public and private printing service needs. Print with us today and you'd be offered highly professional, reliable and efficient service delivery by our team of experts. The Gambia Printing and Publishing Corporation is here to meet all demands and is reliable at all times. For more info, contact us on 437-4493 or 437-4402. GPPC is Gambian and it's yours.
Airport Residency Estate is a gated community located in Old Yundum, proudly developed by Swami India, perfect for all looking for a quiet life with luxury amenities within an enclosed setting. When talking about the benefits of living in a gated community, safety and security is top on the list. They allow extra privacy, take away the hustle of unwelcome solicitors, and create a safe haven for children to play in a trusted environment without traffic or speedy vehicles. A great sense of community develops through the meeting at a controlled communal leisure facilities, offering an integrated lifestyle. A green environment and well-managed communal areas are keys to higher home standards, elevated quality of life, and better property value, should you consider home reinvestment in the future. Added to all is the location, just next to the airport and reconstructed main road, yet tucked in the tranquility of nature. Our purpose is one: your satisfaction. Contact us. Let us help you build your dream home in the Gambia.
This season on Kerr Fatou.
The reason I have always called for a national dialogue is because A government must be responsive to the needs of its people.
Fatou.
Tell you one thing, if Fabak and me as an individual, if I know that there is somebody that I definitely wrong, I will be bold enough. I will go to the person. I will appeal to him and apologize him.
I have to make decision today because I don't make decisions lightly. I investigate. I do my research. I get the facts. I call the experts. I summon meetings. I get the technicians. Then I reflect and I make a decision.
When talking about the benefits of living in a gated community, safety and security is top on the list. They allow extra privacy, take away the hustle of unwelcome solicitors, and create a safe haven for children to play in a trusted environment without traffic or speedy vehicles. A great sense of community develops through the meeting at a controlled communal leisure facilities, offering an integrated lifestyle. A green environment and well-managed communal areas are keys to higher home standards, elevated quality of life, and better property value should you consider home reinvestment in the future. Added to all is the location, just next to the airport and reconstructed main road, yet tucked in the tranquility of nature. Our purpose is one, your satisfaction. Contact us. Let us help you build your dream home in the Gambia.
Then I reflect and I make a decision.
Why did you lose the election?
Well, we lost the election because of cheating and registration. We had evidence of people who registered before the opening of the registration.
Edition of our show. It's another Thursday, and it seems like today is going to be the last Thursday of Ramadan, and we might be, let me not say, we might be praying tomorrow. Very Supreme Islamic Council announced all, but we want to welcome everyone who's watching. If you're watching in the Gambia and across the world, we want to say welcome to this special interview. When I announced this show, I said it's the big interview because I think this is the biggest interview for this candidate. This is the first time we're having him on our show, on this platform. And I want to say he's my uncle, but we are going to take that cap off and do the interview. I want to make that declaration. He's my uncle. Uncle Seedy, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Fatou. And it's a pleasure.
Uncle Seedy, I just say, just say Seedy.
Just say Seedy.
Just say Seedy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Uncle Seedy is our guest today, but before we get into the show, I want to welcome everyone that's watching, and I want to say we want to welcome our newest sponsor, Swami India. I've said it on the show several times. If you're in the diaspora and interested in having properties that are secure and no issues, nice built homes, visit Swami India. I'm sure you will call me back and say, Fatou, thanks for the recommendations. They have the Baraka estate, they have their latest estate is the, how do you call it? They have the Diplomat, they have the airport residency, which is 5 minutes away from the airport, and that is where I want to have my dream home next. And I told you we should get a home there. But we really want to thank Swami for the partnership, and we want to thank all of our sponsors, GRAs, GPPC, and all the other partners that we are working with right now. We and Trust Bank, of course, the #1 bank in the country. But today I'm also asking for Salibo. If you can watch, if you're watching, you know our stars are back. Facebook has been playing with us. You know, they took away our stars because Gambia is not monetized, but now they're back again. So you can send us Salibo in advance, and we want to say thank you very much. Esa, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Well, I just want to say that whether we pray tomorrow or Saturday, this is the last Thursday of Ramadan. So I'm sorry there wouldn't be another Thursday. The Fofana Kundas and the Job Kundas wouldn't want that.
And the Ceesay.
They will start crying if you want to bring another Thursday.
And the Ceesay. You know they are my moms, but and the Ceesay as well.
Well, the Ceesay will also say the tourists and cameras anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to seize this opportunity to welcome our brother, our uncle, and of course a friend and colleague, Mr. Seedy Cece for this program. Well, I remember having a program with him, State of Affairs. Then he was the co-host, and I was the guest.
Okay.
And today is the other way around.
Today you are the
co-host and
he's the guest. Interesting. Let's do. Are you going to do a payback?
Well, I mean, let's see how it goes. But it was an interesting program I had with him, so I'm sure this one also will be an interesting one.
Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Thank you very much. Uncle Seedy, welcome to the show one more time. First, let's talk about Seedy Sheriff Cece. Who is Sheriff Cece? Where did you come from? Your educational background and professional background.
Thank you very much, Fatou. Thank you very much, Mr. Njai, for giving me this opportunity and the platform to come and talk to the electorates of West Coast and the people of the Gambia, both at home and abroad. Before going any further, like you talked about, possibly the last day of Ramadan today.
Yes.
It looks, when I was getting here, the excitement is all over the place. And the traffic is, you know, all over the place because I think people are really excited that tomorrow is going to be Eid. So I want to thank the people of the Gambia and wish everybody a happy Eid in advance. More importantly, the people of West Coast, the electors of West Coast, and all, you know, political actors in West Coast. Happy Eid, and may we celebrate many more, and may God forgive us of our sins. Those we offended knowingly and unknowingly, we are asking for their forgiveness. So I wish I can say the same in the local language, but hopefully.
Go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Fatwa baraka bake, Mr. Njaya baraka bake, ko yenyin karoke, janimbe futala ka dante roke, jamalon Seedy Sheriff Cece, kwale kachafu nyaming bilo mu jikita ko, sunkar karla tele labangote. Brinkana janga silo kanje mol bebe safu ko bebe parayase ke kan pro saloni woto mbedwala jama rahmano mabete nyina sunkarola almambe mo kene mabela jare bi nyolum fanana miliyalon ko sunkaro commencé e manaba alma la jan sona lela nimbe sunkar karo kono hakaboy karolom ka yon fo nyini nyobul sa dundol kasida ngalong nga dundol kasida malong wotombe hako danela mobile kadua banko alma Cairo mela banko kan kadua West Coast dingobe West Coast mu delade mi an ko je fanuta baka warta ka bokka lay bridgeoto kata kersarim pongoto kersarim bridgeoto West Coast dingobe dawda bebe tentula be jayla anu fana be duwale be dunkan ni salo kono alma satellite na junumo be kafare na mol mi fana alon ko politico patiol nyadon ko lomu warante politician lo mel West Coast fana bebe kon donna nyin lungoto min keta salon bina bula min kono nin kan duwa sima ba ni jate kala ni harje firon la ka duwa Cairo nin tenko banko kam ko Cairo nin tenko wala bet Fatou, you asked who is Seedy. Seedy is just you know, a village boy from Brufut, very humble background. I went to Brufut Primary School, Muslim high school. I did some teaching in the Gambia and traveled overseas. Did develop myself, both academically and professionally. I spent some time, you know, taking part in politics in the Gambia because I believe, as a citizen of the Gambia, it is our responsibility. I don't want to be part of the school of thoughts where I will only sit to complain. I want to be part of the set of people that will be counted in my society. That's what I was brought up. My parents taught me responsibility. My parents taught me respect. My parents taught me to be a forgiving person. And being nurtured from that background, I felt it is duty upon me to stand when I'm needed. So that's why I was among one of the few youngest Gambians who ever went into politics. When I contested in 1997 for DOI, I think I was the youngest candidate at the time.
Where you contested on the DOI for what?
Commonwealth, as a parliamentary candidate.
Okay.
Yes, I was the youngest at the time.
1999?
1997.
Wow.
1997. Okay. I was the youngest at the time among all the crops of candidates at the time. That is because I've been taught to take responsibility and to be part of a solution making. That's Ceedy Cece.
That's the decision. Now, I want to come back. As I'm going to take some few minutes before I bring you again. Now, let's look at Ceedy. You went to Gambia High School and you went to the UK for some time and came back and set up your own business where you employ young Gambians. Now, people will ask first, what kind of business or management or anything that Ceedy has done why the people of West Coast should trust him. Now, West Coast, like you said, is the biggest region in the Gambia. 37% of the population, of the electorate is from West Coast. We are all people from West Coast. And we want somebody who can manage our resources, but also manage and lead the people of West Coast. What kind of managerial portfolios you have done anywhere to be able to lead the people of West Coast to what we want?
Thank you very much, Fatou. I believe in the mantra where I don't sit to blow my own trumpet. Like my famous singer will say, Youssou Ndour said 2002, Sabu dina fóot boppam.
Okay.
Kon I think for agale ko si bobu, where we should tell people who we are.
It's important.
We are saying not because we want to be seen to be saying it, but we are saying because it is time for us to say something. If I can correct you, that is Gambia, it's not Gambia High School, but Muslim High School.
Muslim, sorry, yes, Muslim.
Even before I traveled overseas, I've run organizations in this country. At one point, I was running one of the biggest charitable organizations in the Gambia, called Care Gambia, as the executive director. Today, hundreds, if not thousands, of graduates from Brufut went to a school that I built called the Brufut Upper Basic School. I built that school. No dime from any single organization in this country or government. When I decided to do that, I was not elected in office. In fact, I did it at a time when I lost an election, because I did after the parliamentary election in 1997. Today, that school have graduated hundreds of people who went further to develop themselves. Today, they hold senior positions in government. A few months ago, I was in Ghana. I met a graduate student who works today at Gambia Port Authority as one of their senior directors, to congratulate me for providing them that school in Brufut. So when people are asking, what has Ceedy done, or what have he managed in this country? We've done a lot.
But it's a legitimate question.
Yeah, of course. And I think
want to know,
that's why I said
you are behind the scene person.
Where I say yes, or Youssou Ndour said take Sabu dina fóot boppam.
Te kon da ngay fóot sa bopp da.
Ba mu set. Sa kuno ba fam kula sene. So that's one thing. And in that, during the time of leading that organization, I initiated a project in Bansang, Bansang Hospital. Then the then CEO, Dr. Philip Jobate, was there. I visited Bansang, and I happened to visit a good friend of mine who was a patient at the hospital. And then realized that the nurses at the time, the doctors, people at work in Bansang Hospital, were always coming to work late. And some of these patients, they are scheduled to take their medicine. Nurses need to come and help, the people who are supposed to help in the wards. If they are coming to work late, this was in 1998, we have a serious problem. And I decided to talk to some of them and find out it's difficult because they live in the satellite villages of Bansang. And it's like, at the time, it was difficult because the feeder roads are not good. And then the transportation to get to Bansan 2 is difficult. We initiated the Jet to Work on Time by providing bicycles to staffs of Bansan Hospital under the leadership of me as the executive director of GamCare Gambia. And I can tell you, from Serekunda Health Center right down to Bansan, there has not been a single hospital or clinic or health facility that have not received medication from my organization. And that's why sometimes when people say when you do good, you get good. One afternoon when I donated some medicines to Serekunda Hospital, many years ago, I was riding a motorbike to my village in Brookwood. I went to see some friends. Coming back, I had an accident with my motorbike. Fatou, just what? When I was transported to Serekunda Health Center, the very antiseptic cleaning materials
you donated
were the ones used to clean my wounds. That taught me a lot. That taught me a lot. That the good that we do, we may not receive it at the time we want to receive it, but in some way we receive it. Or somebody in your family will receive it. So, just to sum up a little about
some of the
things that we did. Yes, and since I came back, to the Gambia here, I don't want to bore you down with a lot of what I do. I won't talk about England, but just to talk about the Gambia, because here the electorates are the Gambians.
Yes.
I'm not getting my friends and family in Brighton to vote for me. If I wish they could. Let's go to the Gambia.
Yeah.
I came to the Gambia and I set up a coastal security company.
Yes.
And the reason why I did that, because when I was coming to Gambia, I wanted to set up a media platform. I was here a few days, and I decided to, when you come to Banjul, you get stranded.
Yeah.
So a good friend of mine sent me some funds through BEBA. I'm not doing publicity for them, but just to,
sure, understand.
At the turntable. So I went there, I met this guy who was a security guard. And because from my background as a police officer in the UK, when I see security guards, I talk to them because I'm very passionate about security. I start talking to him, and what he told me, yes, I've just started this job 3 days ago. What training have you done? Da, da, da. So virtually, there was no training given to him. No training. It's like, that's serious. You are at a financial institution, standing here, no training, nothing. If I just pull a knife, how are you going to defend yourself? How are you going to stop, the people that you're looking after? And I start thinking about this. The following day, I was going to Fajara. I give a ride to somebody who was also in uniform, a security guard, a different company. And we start talking. How many hours did you do and all that? And he said, I've been in work for 72 hours. So how is that possible? I don't have a reliever. Like, no, this is not possible. This is not possible. How on earth can we be operating something as important as a security company, security people, and we don't give them what they deserve? So I went back to UK and I told, what, with my police background, with the knowledge I have, with the experience I have, I'm going to come back to the Gambia. I want to change the system. That's what brought me in to form a security company called Coastal Security.
Yeah.
And today, when I formed that company, my guards go through all the various training from Force 8, anti-terrorism, staff safety training, you name it, they go through all this training and we give them the capacity and the tools to do their job. After 2 years in that business, I decided to send questionnaires to all my clients. Why do you hire a security guard?
Yeah.
They answer these questions. And when I have the questions back, the answers, and I looked at it, been analyzed by one of my very good friends, Mr. Gay in the UK, is a statistician. we came up with 66% of the people who took security because they have experienced theft in their homes.
Yeah.
And when you looked at it, out of the 66, 49% were done because of negligence. Because Fatou today opened this window, have his valuables lying down, put the light on, and the curtains are off.
Yeah.
If somebody going around happen to see that, they will nick it, they will take it. So that's what actually happened in most of the cases. And what I did is to have serious consultation with the Gambia police force. May he so rest in peace, the then Mahmoud Job.
Yeah.
The present IG was the DIG at the time. We had a series of meetings, and I brought this to them, that I'm in this business, but it's not just business that I'm into. I also want to see that we have some changes as far as the safety and the security of our people are concerned, our homes are concerned. We discussed, I brought something on the table for them. I said to them, I will set up neighborhood crime watch for the police. And we will come up with an MOU, a memorandum of understanding. And they accepted it, they blessed it. We developed an MOU with the Gambia Police Force under the leadership of the then ASP BAC, the neighborhood, the community policing team. And we did a MOU with the Gambia Police Force, and we supported the police force. We supported Gambia Police Force. That's coastal security under my leadership. Not only that, I came up with a concept to do a program on JRTS for them, to educate the Gambian people what is all about security, how do we protect our homes and properties. This is what we call a citizen. So we can go on and on. So many things.
And I want to say that coastal security, actually, when we moved here, provided our security. Because I know I was going through some difficulties with security, and you stepped out and provided us security, and thank God, since then we've been doing very well. I want to thank you for that. Now, let's get back to Seedy. You said in 1997 you contested on the PDOIS.
Yes.
And I saw a lot of where people, even on the social media, people were saying Seedy is not NPP, Seedy is DOI. Now, tell us, how did that transition come? As far as I know, you contested on the DOI. Even when you were in the diaspora, a lot of the times people considered you as DOI. You were presenting yourself as DOI. Now, how did that transition come from DOI now to NPPB?
Okay. Thank you very much, Fatou. In 1997, I decided to ask for a political office from the people of Combat North under the ticket of DOI. This was a difficult time because that was the first election when Jammeh met a force to be a civilian. So many people went under their beds. That's why sometimes when I see people screaming and making all the noise, can I borrow this word from my very good president, President Barrow?
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you want to do in the manyo sute?
Manyo sute. Sa kanyin kawal kala President Barrow manyo sute hani sa info.
No, ganyo sute le.
Okay.
So in 1997 it was very difficult.
Yeah.
Very, very difficult. At the time, very few people wanted to stand up to be counted. We stood up to defend this country, and I contested at difficult times. I remember at some meetings I would carry a battery, a motor battery on my head. I don't even have transport. We'll use passenger vehicles. I remember going to Lamen, passenger vehicle off the road. We carry our PA system, our motor battery on my head. Still I have a dress that the acid ruined. It's still in my house. All these years I always keep that because I want to show it to my grandkids. We went through that process in 97. Yes, APRC won. In 2002, there was a by-election in Combat North again.
Yeah.
And this time, I ran under the ticket of independent. Simply because in politics, you judge and assess. Because it happened at a time when the United Democratic Party, UDP, boycotted
the elections.
The election in 2001. So you must be tactical as far as politics is concerned, and you must have a good strategy. My strategy at the time was to get those supporters who aligned themselves to UDP, and UDP being a political party that boycotted an election, you come on a political ticket, the tendency is they will stay away. So the strategy was to come as an independent candidate so that you can appeal to your supporters in Doi, appeal to supporters in other political parties, including the UDP. We did that in 2002. After 2002, it became very clear that Yahya Jammeh was going to be here for the longest time. So I have to make a distinction with my life. I truly believe in the political process of a change of government. I don't believe in coup d'etat. Since I believe in the political process of a change, but again, was that the solution at the time? I believe it was not the solution at the time. I believe we need to grow activism, both at home and in the diaspora. And I know that I'm part of a political party that is DOI, and I subscribe to the ideology and the belief at the time. If I come out to be an activist and take that position against Jammeh at the time, I will always be attributed to DOI. So I have to make a judgment here. That is, I will continue to support DOI behind the scenes, but I will take a different approach as far as Yahya Jammeh APRC government is concerned. And that was the time I joined the crew of Gambians online to agitate for the liberation of this country. But my position has always been a country that I can come back to and a country that I can be in and be a free person. I cannot do that when Jammeh was here. Now that that change had happened, and we are all part of that change, you, my brother Isa, everyone else, because that brought the coalition 2016. At the coalition 2016, all parties came together to elect Adama Barrow. After that process, some say the coalition have broken down, some say the coalition was still together. Whatever happened, we continue to support for the transitional program. Because what I saw at the time was a transitional program. Let's see, all the institutions are built, all the reforms are done, we go through the process. Come after the 3 years, or some say after the 5 years, we go back to the ballot boxes. But let's make sure the reforms are done. From the civil service reform, to the security reform, to the land reform, all this reform, electoral reform, all the reforms has to be done. But I didn't see that happening at the time. Of course, there are so many challenges because you had somebody here was a dictator for 22 years overnight. You know, you cannot change things. So we went through quite a lot of challenges. And I decided at the time, I'm not going to go back to DOI, or I'm not going to go back to any political party. I'm supporting the transitional program. That was when I decided to come with my platform called Kachadula on QTV. And the objective of Kachadula was to reach out to everybody. Let's talk about this country that belongs to each and every one of us and it matters to us. I keep saying to people, I put my life savings in a bank, in a bag and came to this country. If this country go into flames, I'm one person who is going to suffer. So the Kachadula platform was to talk to everybody. No political color, no gender, no sex, no religion, no tribe. That was Kachadula. from the president to everybody. So this is just what happened.
This is what happened. How, okay, before I even come back to your transition to NPP, I want to come, you said something that is very important. You said in 2022, when you run again, you realized
2002.
2002.
Yeah.
UDP boycotted the election. You wanted UDP and the other independents to join. You went independent. You were tactical. Are you being tactical again in 2023? Because the convenience is NPP is the incumbent. They have the money. They have the power. They have the sitting president. And then you said, let me throw my hat on the NPP and win the hearts, because this is a dream. I want to be a representative of the people of West Coast. Are you being tactical again in 23? Do you really believe in the ideas and the ideals of the NPP? Are you a real NPP person?
Thank you very much. I'm glad that you bring that up. The strategy was used in 2002. As far as 2023 is concerned, I subscribe to the ideas and the development ideas and programs of President Barrow.
What are those ideas and the development ideas? What are the principles of the NPP?
The mere fact that for you and I can sit here today and speak freely.
But see, you fight.
Listen.
I remember
listen
your
to me.
days at the Freedom newspaper. I remember so many times when Panderi would come after me, I'll call you Uncle Seedy. I remember those days.
Yes.
You were a champion of freedom of press. You walked, you fought, you did everything.
Yes.
So many Gambians fought that. President Barrow did not give that to us. Fought by all of you.
We need to get a distinction here.
Okay.
President Barrow did not give that to the Gambian people. But what I believe today is that the very laws that Yahya Jammeh was using to twist your arms and my arms and everybody's arms, those laws are still in our books.
We will not
No.
Go ahead.
Let's just be clear.
Okay.
Those laws are still there.
That's true.
Those instruments are still there.
That's true.
If President Barrow wants to turn overnight and do what he wants to do, he can do it.
We will not accept it. We are more aware today. The cyberspace is open. The people are more aware today. Today you can sit here and speak.
Fatou, let we don't fool ourselves. There's a saying in Mandinka that said,
and you believe in that?
But we all live in this global world. We see what is happening around the world. But I'm not subscribing that any leadership, should intimidate the people, should twist the arms of the people, should suppress the people. I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I have come across somebody who truly I believe what I believe is what he believes.
I believe he's patient.
He's patient. He's tolerant. He's tolerant.
Yeah. I believe that.
And he's somebody who definitely have the qualities that I was ever looking for
what
as
are
a leader.
Qualities?
You just said it.
Tolerant.
Yeah, he's very tolerant.
And patient.
Very patient.
And what else?
Everything else.
Okay.
And for me, that's why when you said if I was NPP, do you know how many times me and President Barrow have sat and discussed national issues?
How many times?
Many times.
Seedy.
So let me not on platforms, not on Kakadula.
I was going to come
behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
You see, I said one thing before, I came back to this country.
Yeah.
That whoever becomes the president, I will make sure that I will not go out and be one person who will be calling you names, attacking you and all that, unless when you shut all your doors.
Yeah.
But if you open your doors to me, I would come to you and I would talk to you.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, there have been numerous times that I sat with the president of things that I'm not happy with. I would go on to him and tell him. The last time, many times, I can just give you one example.
Yeah.
When the accidents were all over the place, I went and see him. But even before I saw him, we paid for, my company, Coastal Security, paid for the first ever study on accidents in this Gambia. No ever ministry in this country have done it, no ever police leadership have done it, no ever government have done it in this country. It cost us thousands of dollars. We paid for it. And we did a study. And we got everybody in this country to come to YMCA. We thank the people of YMCA for giving us the opportunity to use their premises. They didn't ask us a dime. We brought everybody, the doctors, the mariners, the Dr. Kans, experts, Mr. Cham, the CEO of Buyam at the time, now in Bundung. These are experts who came and had a deliberation. We fed everybody. We looked after everybody, and we produced a report that I went and sat with the president and discussed with him. That was one of the occasions. Fatou, let me just make this clear. Okay. That was one of the occasions me and President Barrow look into each other's eyes and, even have a disagreement. I had a disagreement with him. I suggested certain things to him as far as our reform is concerned when it comes to how can we mitigate these accidents in the Gambia.
Yeah. May I come in here, please?
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, I've listened to you extensively, and I like the fact that you said you believe in responsibility. That's what your parents taught you. And of course, that's what every genuine citizen should believe in, serving your country. But I always tell people that, you see, telling us that I believe in responsibility and I don't want to be part of the people that will always be complaining. I want to be part of it. I want to be part of the solution. Does not necessarily mean that one has to be into politics. I know you did not start with it, even though you started in politics in '97, coming down, you did other humanitarian gestures and activities here and there, and those things are good. But then this is what most politicians in the Gambia, when you talk to them and listening to you, it seems like there's no difference. Most will tell us that, well, I don't want to be complaining always. I want to be part of the solution. Thinking many a times the solution is, or being part of the solution is to join the government or to join the ruling party so that you come up with solutions. For me, the mere fact that you're holding the government to account by being critical of the government, you are part of the solution. You are bringing solutions to the problems that we are facing. Because when the government listens to you, they know that yes, what you are saying is really genuine, and they're willing to listen and they're willing to learn from their mistakes. That is also providing solutions to them. So many a times we don't have to sit and think that in order to be part, because I've listened to one politician who said in this country, I'm so disappointing that those in the opposition have never at any point changed anything while being outside. Therefore, you have to be inside. It's a common saying in the Gambia, if you cannot beat the system, join the system. To the extent that we know that some people will even contest for political parties when they don't even believe in the ideals of that party, they are not in line with the principles of that party, but because they've seen an opportunity, just like Fatou said, you were being tactical in 2002, is it the same tactics that we are using, but you were not clear in that. And that is why I'm interested to know, really, why, because when you said when you came, you feel like, okay, after the change of government in 2016, you didn't want to go back to Doi. Okay.
I never said that.
No, that's what you said.
No.
You said you didn't want to go back to Doi to support. That's what
No.
You said it, Fatou.
No.
I was listening.
No. Listen. No. I didn't say that. Listen.
I didn't want to go back to Doi. I wanted to support the transition program. That's what you said.
No. Listen to me. Let me correct. Let me correct you. No.
Okay, fine. Let me just.
Let me say how I said it.
Okay, how did you say it?
What I said when I came back. There was a coalition, and we had to support the coalition, and I was supporting the transitional program.
I didn't want to go back to Doi.
No, he didn't say that.
Fatou, he said it.
Okay.
Fatou, I said
it.
After this program,
No, I'm just saying I didn't hear.
I was listening. You said he did not say it.
Okay. Mr. Njai.
Go ahead.
The records are there.
Let him finish. Sidi, let him finish. UK ko amalla fika continue ko do he was supposed
Mr. Njai, go ahead, Mr. Njai, I have one, listen to me, I have 1 hour. I've sat over nearly 25 minutes.
No,
right?
it's okay, Uncle Sidi.
So I have other business to do. Can you continue, please?
The reason why, the very fact that you agree to be part of this program, you have to listen. We have to go on with this program.
Go
ahead. You have 1 hour or so. If you have 1 hour, you shouldn't have a
Go ahead.
No, but what I'm trying to say is
go ahead.
Yeah, you said that fine. You're supporting the transition, and I don't have an issue with that. I am interested to know what exactly motivates Ceedy Cece. What is in NPP? That, because now it's not about the transition program only. Because they said the transition program, it belongs to the coalition government. Okay? Now you move into NPP, because you have not highlighted anything in clear terms. What is in NPP? The only thing you have said about Barrow is that you said he's tolerant. That's the type of leader you've been looking for. And there's one thing that I must say, that I'm very disappointed in you saying that, well, that if President Barrow wants today, he can use the same laws that Yahya Jammeh used to violate our rights because Jammeh used it, Barrow can use it as well. Then your struggle, the past years in the diaspora, is meaningless. Then you have failed in your struggle to ensure that we have a liberated Gambia. You just mentioned that what you were struggling for outside in the diaspora is to ensure that this country is liberated. Therefore, for you to come here today and say, even though you don't believe in that, but Barrow can do it, and obviously what you are literally implying is that nobody can do anything about it. And for the fact, President Barrow never gave us this freedom. That's something that the government...
Are you asking a question?
No, I'm not asking a question regarding that. I'm making a statement there.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that, to clarify, we have to just... This is many a time some politicians will want to use this to say Barrow, he's tolerant, he could have used the laws against us and nobody can do anything about that. We are not in that Gambia anymore. But my question to you is, what is in NPP? Because you said you subscribe to the ideologies of they. Does the NPP have an ideology that Seedy Cece subscribe to? What policies and programs in clear terms, in line with the NPP, manifesto or whatever document that they have? What is there that motivates you to the extent that you have to be part of the NPP?
Thank you very much, Mr. Njai. I think it's important we take stock. And when you sit here, you don't sit here as Mr. Njai of the UTG or Mr. Njai from Talent and Kunjang. You sit here as Mr. Njai, who the whole world is watching, listening to you. So it is important you distinguish yourself from the Mr. Njai who walked in here and the Mr. Njai who is outside. Whatever you believe, as far as NPP is concerned, it's a different ballgame.
It's not about what
No, you spoke. No, listen to me.
Go ahead, but it's not about what I believe in.
Let him finish. Go ahead.
Whatever you believe, as far as NPP is concerned, that's your belief. Whatever opinion you make about NPP, that's your opinion. When I sit here, I sit Seedy Cece, who is part and parcel of a political party that I truly believe in. That's NPP. And that is my constitutional right.
Nobody denies that.
Yes. So whether you agree that I believe in NPP or you agree that there is not in NPP that you
I never
believe.
said that.
No, allow me.
I never said that.
No.
Let him complete, Esa.
Esa,
let him answer.
What I am saying to you, I am part of NPP because it's my constitutional fundamental right. I believe I have to associate myself with a political party in this country, and I choose NPP.
Do you subscribe to their ideology like Doi?
If I do not subscribe to the teachings of NPP, I will not.
And what is their teaching?
I mean, Esa,
No,
we are not sitting in a classroom here to start ticking the boxes of NPP. What I say to you, what I say to Fatou, as far as I'm concerned, NPP, I've seen a political party that is developmentally oriented. A political party that is here to nurture democracy and consolidate the democracy in this country.
Just one question. Okay. I mean, fine, you believe or subscribe in the ideologies and programs and policies of NPP. Like you said, that's your constitutional right, and I'm not at any point objecting to that. I'm just asking a question. There was a reason why you joined DOI, right, in 1997. And there must be a reason why you joined the NPP. My next question is, and this is something that is of interest to me. I mean, you said you're part of NPP. When did you join NPP is the question here. Because many a times, a lot of people said, in fact, you coming as an aspirant for the NPP, you did it secretly. Secretly in the sense that Seedy was a TV host at QTV.
I was coming to that question.
Yeah, Seedy was a TV host at QTV. You said Kachadola, invited everybody. There was no political color and all that. But now it is revealed to us that the host of that program indeed had a political color, and that's you, Seedy Cece. That you invited President Barrow. In fact, I remember when Seedy was endorsing you, the chairman of BAC. He said clearly that Melika Seedy la NPP ya question alalong containing Seedy kullo jamaleke. And ahead of the 2021 presidential election, ako, even at when you were analyzing the results from Cold Tank, ako ye diamu jamale ke je mube ya moile. Ibe menke kan wole mko, ibe fam mabo kanne, because in the nature of your job, and you were serving as a good journalist. Ako, in fact, President Barrow was the first person, and they're the only two people making Apiata consecutively on Kachadula. And people ask this question. Ceedy at any point never made a disclaimer that he is part and
he's a member of the NPP.
Do you understand? But you were hosting that program, you know, people, because you're member, you yourself came out and said, people who question your membership of NPP, you said a political party is like a moving vehicle. It has different components. You people supported the NPP. You said some will use their resources, some will use their ideas. And when I heard that, I was like, Ceedy, indeed, was he using his ideas? Through the Kachadula program, did he come with that idea of Kachadula? You said it was part of the reform program and all that. That is why you came with that idea. But now I'm beginning to suspect or believe that that idea of Kachadula probably was an opportunity for you to, you know, help the NPP using your ideas
and sell their agendas and programs
and sell their agenda. And that is what a lot of people have seen. That to the extent that many people were shocked when they heard that Ceedy Cece is the candidate for the NPP. Were you really using Kachadula as a platform to propagate NPP agenda? Because that's what a lot of people believe in. There was no, to a lot of people, it was unethical, not professional. You were hiding behind the scenes, doing a lot of things on the ground for the NPP while using your host, your program as an opportunity.
Thank you very much, Fatou. I think what I would ask for, we focus this program on Ceedy Cece and all the issues that surround me. And you give me another opportunity to come and talk about what do I have for West Coast.
Well, we will. We will
not do because I will respond to him. No, I just want that.
Because I think it's important. It's important. When did you come?
No, I will answer that. I have a perfect answer for that.
Okay.
Why? Because you know, it's Eid. When I walked in there, I said I've got a lot of errands to do.
It's just 5 o'clock. Yeah.
No, it's just 5 o'clock. But you know, we are politicians.
We have another 30 minutes.
We are politicians, so we have a lot of other things that we need to do behind the scenes.
People listening to you.
Yes,
you know how many people are watching you right now?
Yes.
But you're gonna miss votes if you.
No. Listen to
go ahead.
Mr. Njai, I know what I have for West Coast is a lot.
Yeah.
So we have just consumed 30 minutes, and the next 30 minutes is not going to be enough. So I would ask for.
Okay, let's go ahead. Go ahead on this.
Okay, let's come to.
When did you join NPP? Were you using your platform? That is the question. To sum it up, because the reason why it's important, because I said this on my show with Ahmed Jite, and I think your NPP people started coming after me and making posts. I said, we want to know, did Uncle Ceedy use his platform to propagate for NPP and sell the NPP's agenda and intimidate other political leaders? Because I watched your show with Honorable Mama Kande, and I'm like, really? This was not how you engage President Barrow. So were you using your platform to propagate? And I went ahead and said, oh, they called me Kerr UDP, but we did not create candidate. A candidate came from QTV. And your NPP people came after me and made a post. I want to call our live in case Seedy. But the reason why I said that was there was evidence that Seedy was on QTV. He had a platform, and he even said on an interview, Mol Katara, Patio dol katara janjoro katara Ceedy muntole muta NPP kata benu QTV left all alone e mona muntole mutano.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Njai, and thank you, Fatou. As far as I'm concerned, Mr. Njai said it's only President Barrow who had got 2 episodes.
No, I said according
to Sirifo, yes, according to Sirifo, and Sirifo Sonko. It's Sonko, right?
Sirifo Sonko.
Yeah, Sirifo Sonko. Yeah, Sirifo Sonko.
Chairman.
I think that's what he can remember.
Yeah.
But when you come to physical planning, I gave them 2 programs on a slot. No. But you know, when you expect somebody to speak, you know, it's an audio. I was a candidate. I was selected right there.
Yeah.
And somebody spoke out of his.
I'm just kidding.
I cannot just go after him. Physical planning.
Yeah.
Lands department. the chiefs and the Carlos. So there are tons of Jesua 2 episodes, running together. As far as I'm concerned, when I sat in QTV Kachadula, I don't see political color. I'm going to I can give a few examples. Even when I had interest to run for this BAC, primary, I had some stories from Queenara in Kiang that the drinking water there is very bad. Okay, I was discussing about the deforestation, the fire in that area. And I had the VDC, chairperson on my platform, and he talked about water in Queenara, bad, because definitely the people of Queenara were suffering. I took it upon myself and went to Queenara and took a sample of that water and brought it to QTV and put it on my platform. And Lamin Cham, the campaign manager of NPP, came from Queenara. And I know, after that program, some people reach out to me. I said, when I sit in Kachadula, I don't see political parties. I don't see colors. I don't see religion. I don't see sex. I see Gambia. And I can give you lots of stories. Another one. When I came on President Barrow's head, that the OIC road projects are in bad state. The contractors are not delivering. I took out my own resources. Just to be very clear with you, Mr. Njai, the Kachadula platform was not sponsored by anybody. Everything that happened, no, just to be clear. No, let me say, I'm just want to make it public clear that everything that goes there is from my pocket. All the runs that I do, all the footages that I capture, all the resource that I put together is from my pocket.
Uncle Seedy, I want to...
No, let me answer you. Okay. Let me help you guys. I came on that platform and I made it very clear to the president that he needs to go out and see the OIC projects. Because I went out up to the one in Nyomi, the famous road, Hakalang Road. And I came and I said on my platform, when the contract's supposed to elapse in December, but 30% was what was done. And I took footages and played it on my platform. Some people reach out to me and say, you can't do this. I said, no. But when President Barrow went out,
he made the same pronouncement.
He made the same pronouncement.
Yeah.
So I do not subscribe to a thought that I am going to use butter and bamboo tulo and rub put it on your skin. I will tell you just wait. I will tell you how it is.
Uncle Seedy,
and I can tell you.
I saw an analysis, your analysis during the presidential nominations.
Yes.
And I watched. I think it was you, Ceesay, Cece, and the other guy.
Yes.
And I saw an analysis that you made and the presentations that you made of the president and his government. When I saw that, I'm like, even the crazy Fatou Toure will not come out and say anything like this for anybody on a platform, on a platform, considering it is a political season, it's a nomination, because that was an endorsement of the president, the government, of their policies and all the things that they did and why the people should vote for the president. I saw that analysis. I was going to play it. If you doubt me, I'll play it now.
No.
And secondly,
Yes.
the reason, and also, I'm sorry to say, but QTV, after the presidential election, when there was surveys done by the European Union, the TV was called out for practically not being fair to political parties, and your show was included in that because you were on that platform. But I can say personally, I have seen your endorsement of the president, of the government. That's why I ask, when exactly did you join NPP? You still have not answered that question. This is important. When exactly did you join NPP? When exactly? We want to know.
Your position on my analysis of President Barrow and his government on that platform. That's your opinion.
Yeah.
And many will think differently.
Other people will differ.
I made similar, analysis of other parties and candidates.
Okay.
These Ezra Files, the Hussein Dabos, the Halifa Salas, they are all here on record. People can go and see them.
I saw the president's one. That
Yes,
was
you know,
strong.
that
was strong. But when did you join NPP though?
That's
you
it.
tell me?
Because I believe when it comes to Seedy, I will be as truthful, as honest as I can be. I choose to align myself with President Barrow at the time when I truly understand who this man is and what is his vision for the Gambia. And that was a few years ago.
A few years ago, when specifically?
A few years ago.
A few years ago.
He doesn't want to be specific. Now, let's...
A few years ago.
A lot of people say this, Fatou.
Few years ago.
What I'm trying to say is that a lot of people said Seedy did this secretly. I remember there was a time when I had a conversation with Seedy. And at some point, that is why when I had his candidacy, and I was like, okay, now I can connect the dots. Because Seedy, at some point, was trying to know whether I, in fact, have an issue with the UDP Congress, whether I have an issue with somebody leading a political party for God knows when, and that is, of course, referring to Lawyer Dabo. And I made it clear to him that, look, for me, I have a problem. It's not only Lawyer Dabo. Many political party leaders in this country. It's the same with your former party, Doi. Okay, it's the same with APRC. It's the same with UDP. These people will be in power. They'll be in charge of parties for God knows when. Okay, but then also, like, I was like, okay, why is it specifically interested whether I have an opinion on the UDP Congress, on Dabo leading UDP? But then also, even when I reach out to him to say, Seedy, I saw a name, Ceedy Cece, on contesting for NPP candidate aspirant. Are you the one? His response was, if you see Sheriff Cece, then that's me. If you see Ceedy Cece, that's not me, because my official name is Sheriff Cece. And I'm like, is Seedy, is it that you are even kind of conflicted? Like, you'll be like, that people will look at you, Ceedy Cece of all people, that you're too, high, whatever, to be part of NPP.
No. You raised two important issues that I need to clear.
At some point, I was able to connect the dots. That indeed, Seedy has a political interest. Iman Sonka Jabiroke, when you joined the NPP, you just said a few years ago. But now we know that...
Mr. Jai,
now we know that even when you were on Kachadula, when you co-host even State of Affairs, you are NPP. Clearly, you were NPP. And you said...
How old is NPP?
NPP was founded in December 2019.
Okay.
Yes.
That's few years ago.
That's few years ago.
And he said few years ago.
Yes. No.
So
let me help you.
Even being on Kachadula, you are NPP.
Let me help you. Let me help
and I remember when I asked you this question, Seedy, are you NPP?
Are you not doing?
Listen to me.
When I asked you, Seedy, are you NPP? You said, why should I said, oh, you are NPP on the whole. You were like, why should you conclude? You ask a question and then you are concluding that I'm NPP. I'm never NPP.
Mr. Njai, can I help you?
Go ahead.
You talked about, I asked you about your relationship with political parties. Say, for example, UDP.
No, you never asked me my relationship.
No, you said, do you have an issue?
No. Issue with the Congress. You wanted to
your Congress, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yes, just to be clear. I did one thing that I always want to do as Ceedy Cece. People who I see in public space, I follow them as people of interest. Because that's my work. Yes, I was on Kachadula platform. I have a security firm. I do other businesses. But I have another thing else that I do. And that is people in public office or people in public space, it's my interest.
Yeah.
And that was not the first time I asked you questions. Because I choose not only to front Kachadula or front my business, but just to be very clear, I gather lots of intelligence. Whether it's political intelligence, security intelligence. These are things, I have to say this, because I think this has to be a frank discussion.
Yeah.
There are people in this country and outside this country who rely heavily on me as far as intelligence gathering is concerned. Just be clear. So you don't know that. So there are tons of people that I deal with, I interact with. I don't spy on anybody, but I gather intelligence. And this intelligence are very useful for bodies, organization at home and abroad. So if I ask you a question,
so you are doing the same
based on that.
If I do, listen to it. If I ask you that question because you have appeared in the newspaper and you made comments about a organization and a political party's Congress and the changing of their constitution and all that. So definitely, I follow newspapers, I follow commentators, and I'll gather intels.
Which political party?
Now going forward, I want to go off it.
No, which political party?
I want to move on. Ceedy, Uncle Ceedy. I'm going to Maninka now because
you have deprived my West Coast people. I have to come back here.
People, I'm from West Coast, and I said that the reason why I am interested who wins West Coast is we want development for our region.
Yes.
We carry 37%. Momo seat and Tolengeka Mansati. If we don't give you votes, you not even Mansati. Now, your party, the NPP, incumbent member West Coast Science, Abuta La Patiolato. Sirifoko, I mean Doku West Coast, Chairman Madoku in the entire country. And now, if that is right, what are you going to do differently for the people of West Coast? What is your agenda for the people of West Coast? For West Coast.
Thank you very much, Fatou. Mandi
kakao.
Yalon koku iba kunda. Inyenta miro le sotola. Miro le ka hamulu. Wa hamo le ka kebaroti. Miro wolka hamulu. Hamo le ka kebaroti.
Hamo le ka kebar. Okay. Miro ham. Okay.
Miro
Wolka ke hamot.
Wolka ke hamot.
Hamol ke kebaro.
Hamol ke kebaro ulu.
Oh.
Do you want me to say it in English so that you understand? But I think you understand.
I understand that. Manika is deep.
So West Coast la miro a futata temboto mi yalon ko ante sula. Aliya fojana la kacha kono ko nga platform so de kame kacha dula. Kachadula ni mobile kachata kabo president to kata musome be gadino to kata musome nye simbola ni bele kachata kachadula fana nada ke platform oti ani alfal kachata West Coast asefu lomba alkalo lomba musukafu lomba fondinke kafo lomba VDC lomba ni wolbe kachata nata je miro sotoda ka fo West Coast pe tembo min to anyanda tambilo tembo la woto miro e hamowulu ka fo woton dolsa keno dindi miyalon kon sinam fawo mol kan kela kan nyininka pour ka tambi ka West Coast doku ni yaji be bi fatu West Coast be ni ko fukaria ne kemoto la sidula kemeti siye kemotala sidula talul nin killing anim fula 51.2% of the people who live in West Coast fukaro lomit a telephone warta katambi banko fawala fukari yawe tembo mendo banko la fukari yawe tembo mendo ne kemotala sidula tansei tanani anin sei ani woro 48.6%. That's the average poverty in the country.
When is that? Now, is it not more than that?
No, that's the recent one.
The recent one? When?
Yeah.
The recent as when?
Go ahead.
The last census. The last census. The last census. We're talking about the last census. Census might get follow Mr. Njai.
No. After the census, we are talking about population census.
We are talking about population census.
No, there was a recent one.
No, Mr. Njai.
53%.
No, listen. We are talking about. We are talking.
Since census man get about coming 2013,
Mr. Njai, me mem fokang. Wala milbe suffering ma foko mi yaron ko kunkili nalla do ko this when you talk about census nibe konti kasabiro ke kan mansa kunda min sembentu e kasabiro ke banko be kan wo fatatale mi sanjaye tara project o ko na ita konti kasabiro ke households is different.
No.
Okay, go ahead. No. The household, kuonyi ngolandi je ko manke banko be la kuti
go ahead
yafam so ni ajibe fukarayambe West Coast asembo warta atela warta kantambe banko dala.
Would you blame your party in that aspect because alle chairman ole bije?
No, when you talk about West Coast,
for the past 4 years,
for the 4 years at LBJ, and we all know,
if our situation
is bad, we
attribute it to him as the chairman.
No. We all know the challenges. Say for call so the brother Camera Council. Niajibe, Palaso Nia Mara, ini normal kola do ko nyanta kallanke yalal. Al nyanto nyo rawayla le al nyanda mu nyo sotola kulu nyanda sotola je andum be mu komande ko kulumbul la be ngane kele yalon a betere pro moy a faham ko bi fatu ni nge tombo nge tambinde député la patio le ke tombo ke député bar ni tade jo député ya kuloro ya landile wodo ni mo tombo ikay ko councilor ma nata to bonkono amanya na silaje ka jibere ko debota pati karele wodo mimbe nyaato nado be nyim pati kar nate min ngania mbafola hani
so wala sirfo batan wala batan
iko kumo kam moyle abika dom
wala sirfo batan okay go ahead say tani min nata
ya fam so ni aje bi mimbe ke kan West Coast bata mimbe je an be alon ko yirwa mimbe West Coast amantara dulato fa sene bunda lomba fa ba lomba fo nema jiola karo lomba West Coast mu dulal men ka yirwata wodo minyande kel wolon ka West Coast la fanko ala soto ka yirwandi amanke Gambia doronti bar kiskisirol min kede ya tande ko municipal councils ni nara pour ka namo soto aka koleya bake akata min yes kemotala sidu la tanse kada tan kononto dunia be kono sutunto la Africa akake koleya ko pour ka namo kanen so mine be keno la ka namo kanen namo e namuru mol kanka moli yonde wolon ka programo la mi yalon ka wakela digitalization of our tax system kaje ko namo mimbe West Coast ay kani anyanta kanela nyame namo be West Coast ay na ko anyanta na la nyame wo namo samurun kamol nafa wo namo la kano na fanuta ma fa namo la fa baron ko namo la nyinin karo fanundi mo be na fulo sambana ane fana ka ferel fana la ka fa leakage na fulo la ta kadum poso kono kadum fano kangol to katala abekela nyame wolon ko sifake ni oke foye ferel fana la iba jelo ko bi West Coast mu dulal miyalon ko anindula man killing afatatale my brother from Talending at Marmara West Coast Lombak West Coast e oban ani rural Lesotho oban wolon dulalti miyalon ko fanko bije dulal miyalon ko fanko nasita wota yin fulol la tamandirinya be fatalal yin fulol la service delivery ila nyatuta be fatalal bar fofa hamo ila miro ila ka tamandi wolon ko minyande kel hawjo kono ka kasabiro ke milbe sirin West Coast sotobe je nyame wolon na bungol be lori nyami business be lori nyami ngaje ko ngol be kasabi wo kasajiro kola nga taman serni sutero ke West Coast ka silolu ke bondi ka kordale bondi alkalolu ning kansulo e doko ke kaje ko ni namu kanim balia aidan na fulo e nana West Coast la keso kono kamurun ka doko ke misal febi ne West Coast jibe no kita kuti miyalonko ka bonde akoleta ntolla la men sa ndula be kere sundu kundi
ntolla janka uli
ntolla bro foot be kere sundu kundi
ja
ndula be kere sundu mini o sabu no nyanda finti la nyamen amanke wo nyama ni Gambia banko jibe a municipal council to jam miye fere soto ay plano soto no be doku la nyame
recycling
kabiri 1965 kana bitu Gambia na municipal na council le milong kanya no bilomu kona musukebal ka fitaron tanya ka kafunyo ya ko ila fay sundu kont ak ko nyam man council soto jam miye miro soto membe ke mira sahayaranti ka falindro ke nola ka ke kodoti ya bulele jubo ko nga bulana jubo ko parce que no mu na fulolet
KMC ko e plan to recycle ye partner source to bari man site soto ye site request from Mansakunda pour ka nyin move bari ma soto. That would not be difficult for you because you are from the incumbent. You are from the ruling government, right?
Yalong Fatou. Akuma eta bake. Nimbe kacha kekan. Na mirol bonde mili sahayata.
Okay.
Ano ni mirole ke mira de mi yalon ko mosa sute ko katola mirol lo. B ka foko ba côté dom side ronne bebulu wala ne ma recycling keno o mu fanna neneleti.
Okay.
Ba mandra sirinjang KMC mandra karrenyi kan KMC bulu me West Coast le nga faro West Coast.
Okay.
So ikano samba dami ala doya na ala waro woni recycling manyo soto.
Okay.
Parce que ni recycling be caring iman sula nyama faydula fa wala Fatou.
Okay.
Parce que na suwolu kono milika boje akobuleto lomba abutelo lomba na jabu woto lomba na banana fato lomba ila nyum fulawa nyimal ni nate be kuntu ye trim wol nyamolu wol be mun nafaleti ntol ko wo nyamo mi yalon ko na musola kata marseto ka tabiru fengol min sanne ko min nyamol min de dara womu magnoleti womu jambandoleti mi yalon ko dol sa doku nda sila alala sango sanka jambando bondina bantala warande jambando ka leti warande musola gadino bi ka jambando soto bi nudo nda West Coast ko musu gadino min bi ja siata ibela kole ko men de jambando
alinjio
ambi na woto.
Okay.
Nyin jorangol min ka bona marché to ningol doku om compost om jambandol mi yalon ko West Coast gadino be so soto na nyim potolu na nyi werolu wol ben fend melon se yela mandinge keno fenti amman koleya abesa kenol woto ka fako manyama topoto dula sur wala namma recycling keno o manke mirot.
Okay.
Na mim fo hani kayto le ka doku ka ke cardboardolti compagnie le dunia kono le hani nyim banku kanja miliyalon ko ninge sembentu yande isanna nyamolu taka doku ay nafa ay banko nafa anda doku ke nyim banko ka abe doku dila mola nyim banko ka ni nare jiyola karola aketa kuti miyalon ka balafa warta wala ko West Coast oban ani rural hani na Kerr Serinja na bijulo ja mol ka si tili sabatili na man jiyo soto idara santoto bo holol mansi bar masa kunna be kato ke kanne ka luwa bondi miyalon ka bakel water built miyalon ko andere man soto Gambia banko kanja Ministry of Water Resources ibe do kol ke kanne pour ka luwa dada mimbe ke luwa sahayare unti kaje ko jiola ko e ke kudi miyalon ko asa kenyati nyami yalon ko luwa so soto ka doku barantol ko ministry lo do ko kono mbe bunda sotela brikama ere council membe kala water unit mbe funding kele nyini la nge karandi jiola karola parce que hydromet bi janne nga karambu soto jan mi manyana mo bondre nga sama bantala asa jio karang Ministry of Water Resources abijanne kabrendol fawal jamano do ko ke wolleto ngan dingol bonding e samba je ye karang ke jio karang parce que jio fana mo fennede mi yalon ko akuma yata harma dingola balwoto Gambia dingo do bijang mi yalon ko nañi Afrique jam mafon be mo kunkelere mad mi yalon ko dunia bele sulatala Mr. Ibrahim Cole Swigam Mr. Cole mo mole de mi yalon ko ay jio le long asa Gambia nafa jio la do koto tuli West Coast funding kelta nga officer law West Coast mi yalon ko molbe mi ko Mr. Cole ana do nyolbe banko kan Gambia dingo me fahamo so de jiola karola fahamo so de jiola do ko la kar yena ye makoy parce que mbe ajele Mr. Cole bring floor keda jabang ay pomper machine sambananje kamol dema free of charge. Bond Road, Birimbanjun Floater, Mr. Cole was there free of charge. Fire service, tanki killing table, tanki full of fosaba miyalo Mr. Cole la nyeka kadila. Why banko kanule? Ninde ko Mr. Cole. Nasi be kamera council nyin telefulo yem makoy nga dinol karande. Yem mako nga nyi officer law. Wo officer nyi lo nga dinol karande jido kola. Bo holi singo. Asona yatale. Fonyi besa jiyosoto. Kombo besa jiyosoto. Nta batala. Ngo namu kani mfano nabe kela. Kuluro nyanda tarajela. Nkombe line sotola membe kela hotline ti. Number sa kilino jam free of charge. Yemo moje atata namo kani council doku lalma kube kuto ke miya lonko ani silo manta ite nyanto sotole ka kirlo ke ko bole. And on West Coast under my leadership mbe programol yella raji bungol to television bungol to pro ka kachaka keje allo loko mi West Coast la suloti nimbanko mol sa kacha min kere West Coast dingol nkombanda wodronto na musole bijang ika kato sifa beke mbalandal fonga fo se Umar Futi le diato kombo musole femmati na fela barako Gambia musol barakata kombo musol barakata fe kuto laka Ngo, alinga fen londi bang, Women Economic Fund. Mbe keso lola, mi alonko, Brekamere Council, abe kodo dundo o keso kono, business ol min bebe West Coast. Ni nata mola taradulato. Yedo ko kejebe nafa soto la je. Nafa murundi kang. Wala na brintol na the coastal security. Now, corporate responsibility belong to work with the Gambia Police Force. Ke sembentu yandi ke kango jamfandi. Woton toko business on membe West Coast. Ifanam ba jelal ko ika fembondi la keso kono ka West Coast dingol nafa. Kenyo jella ka bi West Coast Fatou. Bero jella ka bi West Coast. Nya jella ka doku West Coast. Chinese factory ol bije. Mining company li bije.
Nafsa na la woto. Jani kata. Chinese factory.
No, ngana women la fuga musol la keso. Yano musol ni bambura kita jolon.
Hanite jolon. Itele ka manstation ni itele ka woni.
Andum betemo mindo bi. Ha. West Coast musole dar fan bare kara.
Yes, yebam.
Yembambu.
Ha?
Nsingo da banko mala.
Ata banko mala.
Ekoni place ni la sikata buka win. Ekani sikata.
Ay may sikata. Ya bamburo ni sigaro fere.
Yala ni bambule ke sikata.
Ya misal fi Fatou. Nyindo ko mi bebe West Coast company le bije. Mili yalon ko ikabe nyikale ya samba Fatou. Yeah. Tuntolo mimbe siri West Coast. Famba nyana na faso to la ba. Woto na council o nyanta luwale de dala. Doku nyalle nyanda kela. Kaje ko nyin doku be West Coast nyanda na fa murundi la West Coast kono le. Wo keso nyin. Musol be fan na fala wo kesol. Abe kala julole ti mi yalon ko fenta la kan. Utombadi musolo West Coast. Na le Seedy Cece sort as chairman of West Coast. Alla bata banta. Wo keso. Wolbe kodo dilela. Ke sembentu yandi la nakoltu. Ke sembentu yandi ila doku fengoltu. Ke sembentu yandi ilafta safana dadaldo femfe lafta kel. Ande danno fananto de. Ministry of Women's Affairs. Kondo president la candidate old. Wodonin sula president bul femfe na ba sotolal.
It's not easy like that.
So don't mind.
It's not easy like that. It's not easy like that. Still for president or candidate leti. 25% of development fund. 25% of development fund. Masa kuna yemi ndile mali.
Yan lafta minna. Lafta la kacha pour wado do biye sabandi wala nanga ni non bulaje. Yeah, so wajela. On a serious note, Ministry of Women's Affairs. Ibajela. Nibe do ko kela parce que to no lon ko mo menedi kamusol fasa kamusol sembentu yan. Wota nimbri kama ere kansule keso so mimbe musole sembentu yandla mjikita ko ifanambe na la kandema ubunda nyentu wodema robe kala minute kana musolu ta ke karandi londola londa sa musol nafa Fatou bini kombo jibe ay West Coast jibe musu kafo mimbije atarafa musu kafo keme woro nim feng yalo ni molnat ni ka diami ali nyinin ka kasabiro anin CDR la ndole kasabiro leke nga CDR soto musukafo da tawo keme woro tan nani anin fe ndol ko nyi musukafo be isaita Fatou yalon ko na musol saita I wakilita I batata ni musol alnge sembentu yande ni Minister of Women's Affairs anim kafu kotol membe banko kanja bigaje musuka volsiata jang Paradise Foundation bijang dole bijang ngil bem kafule million kon tolni do ko kele ko nga security dila nyami wo kafu jama bijanga security dila so neo relationship sorale nintol futele ko bi lafti alenda musol karandinye londo la membe nafala iba kelal imaje bring a program o landi outreach in West Coast ni alkalo ni sefol be kachata QTV abe bondi for the first time in the history of this country atomi be platform do al nene make and work program QTV ma sponsor ngajo almost $101,000 work kachami mboda QTV the outreach program minke the governor officer QTV ma jo ntolle wo jo
atol juma
ndekumo
itadama
business solo bemburu kana corporate responsibility le foye that's my corporate responsibility bring 3 years job na sita jang just to be very clear with you police solbe silo karobela imanjio so demando morosoto nte konte police yake andu ngaje ko ni tata protesto waytata crowd management nin konko ye mutela suga level ka jile nde protest managele as a police officer in the UK for 18 solid hours amanke kilinda fulat bare kamene kenye ikadomoro ni jole futandimma nin konko e mudan angry man hungry man is an angry man ndole mileke under my leadership as coastal security with my supervisors nga moto fandi domoro ni jole from turntable up to Denton Bridge the 3 years jodna ka police ol di ni jiola ani domoro
so I don't let domoro di foka mol bute ka mol fanka si
no the first that was the first one the first one there was no problem very peaceful very peaceful and mio sabu domoro le ni jiola ditela
ora ya plan nun siri janaka si
no I didn't plan it
ya plan
no listen to me I didn't plan it my plan mbe bokan na side dole don fotata turntable police moje njije akonyo Cece camera la san jonyu ndox nso jiola yes I decided to buy a bottle of water ngadi alaje I drove Janimetembe Afri Medla I was with this guy Diba Mr. Diba he was my supervisor
Mr. Diba
Mr. Diba guy Diba I don't think this is going right. I think we need to organize something for these people. Akonye boss, if I'm batandil ankai no. This hot sun boy, nyelma mfensoto, abe kole alale. Let's organize something. I have a client here. I'm a business jama call. No
business jama promote kana. I'm gonna say
there's a water company here. I'm that offer.
Okay.
They are my client. I went to them. I said, "Ndara jenko love the jiola. You know, aljo wafuma. Go nko aljo wafuma. Ejio wafuma. Business odobe Kerseri, Dembo spring rolls. I think you like Dembo spring rolls. Yes. Not Dembo called spring rolls. Dembo, I need this number of packs. But how long? I need it immediately. Get your team. Pack it. Put it in. We went there. We load our vehicle. And we went around to Jeep up to Denton Bridge. Because I know, as a serving police officer, or was a serving police officer, nibe protest manage can conquer direct problem. That's my corporate responsibility. I wasn't doing it for the police. I was doing it as a citizen of the government. So when I West Coast hands,
now go to West Coast side. But I pray for you. I love the meaning in car.
Well, I'll be number
because 4 weeks the distance.
I will always come.
No,
I'm ready.
Because other candidates, this is going to line of Baker.
Okay.
So now, you talked about women, you talked about the youth, you talk about musolo jiol ni nyama fayo. One thing mi alongo kombonka jama yafo ko resource mimbe nyimbanko ka siata kombokan na badal problem o BBB nyebe fata in Facebook oto gunjur bada to ni sanyang bondato mining and illegal fishing. I mean, I cannot call it illegal because it's license or so. Man sakunda be me represent kam wala ni license issue to this fishing companies on me Bangkok. Gunjur activists all every day ibe complain kan ila bada to nyeti nyalo min katara fayrinje bi chalo da kuyata ngamra chalo ni subobe price kill to bimbe Bangkok dol kombo ni lafta kuno imama ka foloko kombo nyeba kombo tura wolon chalo bi kombo kol chalo sotono amawara amambete anda bebe tinyari badala ni take chairman of West Coast ini man sakunda be doko keno kaje ko tonya company company nafa mal nyantana banko kan bari company fana manyana banko dingol tinyala nga jele sanyang musola gadino ya betinya fentem fo kenye bio betinya ta andum ila man sakundale wala sinode katong the same gunjuri la babe fata how are you going to work? It's your government that gave those license. Antonia tunya license oni adi tatano wonyama. Sidu luan lebe o license ol fanana. Ibe mune katakela kaje ko kombo kola gomu ila kole ya ku ballet ila badal tinyata kombo muso le kamin foko wole bambu kombo muso la doko atinyata le nyin santo la badal.
Abarake bake Fatou akumaya tabake ngani kacha din the West Coast la. Yemi fo na badal la karo. Wala na neko kachadula. Kachadula keda platform mi yalon ko bada ko amatuje. Nga remember ngachula yama former director of fisheries Mr. Dabo abe baluring. Iko ulola kavana sedo belakira. Ndola sedo bijane. Nga invite on the ministry koto praina kachadula par janna bina ngana investigation okay kabala kol be jibe mimbije ka lansinol fango jibe lansinol miya lonko ya di nyin kulungol la bring waketa ngati sambanang program oto wara kachadula be keta live aka record le anata nga kacha nyinke kacha kono nga evidential bonda nyati la katandi yala ko nyinni be kere amamberia ba nyanda soron la man soron Chinese solbe nyine la tendin teng Chinese kulungo mi ya lonko Chinese kulungo la ya register Fatou Touré toyala misal fe wo Chinese kulungo nyanda million in fenjolo no million jamani fenjolo yake Fatou Touré toyala I will kemejo mo evidential be landa nyati lola nga programo record abota je atata hana ma mondro wado si amurunda nan QTV ani letero ala letero mundi wolon ko programo kana finti atele letter sa from the Ministry of Fisheries Mr. Dabo under the leadership of the then Minister of Fisheries nga fay senia wala nang koy Fatou saburi na fort bopam
hakay te yangi fort sa bopam
même set
which
ako programme de ela bari
because of the content
and there are evidential contents
okay
bari along wolon ko même falo lo welcome da singola abedam fulan akoma singola abedam fulan I take this opportunity to thank the entire management of QTV and the leadership of Q Group, Mohamed Cha. Bro, later of that odula. You later on in Karang. Kafo nyunko programo kana finti. Muna tinda. Yang call, ikako programo kana finti. Muna keta. Muna ko min keta de. Nga sambanan ne andu nga CDR lande anya tilungola kulun kilinde kulun fulande kulun sabante president baro wandara seri Ministry of Fisheries adama lansino dila
I'm very abundant knowledge.
No.
You cannot exonerate President Barrow like that.
No,
because
let
you're
me
talking about a corrupt act.
No, listen.
But then you want to just single.
Allow me.
No, let's not talk about Barrow first. Because you just want to quickly exonerate Barrow and then come and say,
Okay. That's your opinion, but let me just conclude here. What license mean did a more license mimul Gambia dingoleti. And all Gambia dingol killing na ye found subscribe to a political party. What do a political party or economy get barola political party? To get a follow civil servant member in Bankunka, you be NPP leti? What and the UDP or DOI or NRP? You be a political party or solo? But bring QTV in Kolen den Yininka. Nim program nga faya benya konyeko mbatu nga jibe. Ya jive muruntankan ikonyeko we see nothing wrong with the program. Mutumonga program on record on Wednesdays. What Thursday, the following day, that Ministry of Fisheries is supposed to come and sign a contract with QTV for millions. Yeah, stop. So Nim Mohammed or QTV fengole norma. Iba for kwenye million min kana on the seed program bondela. But they stood by me. Yen sembentu yandi because I have a good what the time ngam mandi account ko ngara suba angale account la. Doku nyoya min bennin QTV tema hormolo anim bunya. Ya lonne ko nte kube kuto kele ke doya andi fana man pare kan doya. Wala na platform inema interfere je. So if QTV for the kodola
pour programme play.
Pour your program play. Dafa. So mbetemo mindo sanyi. Ni nata na bada la bundal. Nimu kukilenet. Me anko license ol min kadi. Akadi nyame mol min ko di. Mol bo nyam. Ni nara Kenya biol min ke bada tu. Fatou. Janibe nyim Kerr Fatou lola jang. Bunda litata walleto ka register. You go to the Ministry of Justice, you do X, Y, and Z. Bunda lebije. From wolmi be siri wodula, wolmu NPP coordinator ba?
Is the system.
Is the system.
The government.
No. Listen. No, Mbatu, mantra MPP kula mantra yurbi. Ngam for Gambia dingol mbola follow. Gambia dingol follow that. Misanjai. One thing must be fundamentally clear. You are a Gambian before a political party.
Exactly.
Okay, understood that.
Yeah. So can I politicize
No. What I'm saying, what I'm coming for. Wolonko nibe bundato. Ibe doku wala je. Ila doku enyanto wala bunyala. Yene fan bunya. Ni mela doku bunya ime fan bunya. Nyindin kol menka sing West Coast. Momo me nyindin ko sin nekata kaito le nyine. Nto kaito be fola le jam because mantra o time motive. But kaito gilun kumayra me environmental impact assessment. Womu kule mi anaka kumayata. Bi Fatou. Ninte la fite Kenyo bila kombo brufu. Ndara Ministry of Geology. Mr. Njami do kola Ministry of Geology. Iko ya fahamo soto, ay londo soto, alo mi mala do kote, natata ka odula jibe. Ate Mr. Njami site odula jibe ako tonya, nyindula de Kenyo sabino jele. Ata Fatou torala, ata Lamin torala, ata nabado kungungol torala, ate la miro la wote. Nate mala do ko ke. Atele mala do ko kede.
Yeah. But ni Mr. Njai mala do ko ke fo banko dingol mantorata. Man sakunda mi marta ko bela fo manyana Mr. Njai police la ye example o set isaji ko.
So walatina Mr. Njai and Fatou walada ni ajibe few months ago kardandan komanto. Ministry of Energy I balante Kenya bio bela na bada nga e bodo kalamale fema ma kalama
hani mo kalama
wadra mantoro ke da ordi
no yalon koku insafa ko wato long ani nyale bala
yani Seedy
yeah fam no let me land
environment Gambia environment has been destroyed
let me land That environment
beyond repair.
Let me land.
So
Mr.
we cannot also exonerate.
No, I'm not exonerating anybody.
There are citizens.
No, Mr. Njai.
No, just allow me. There are citizens At some point.
But you have to listen to me. You have to listen to me and understand where I'm driving to. No. But let me drive to where I'm going to get.
Yeah, get there.
Mol mi yalonko wollebe nyinkenyo kono. Jama ba ninkemu tankono nin kononto sate molula kela dula di. Yala betiara pro nimbe kuo fola nga kuo kisi nga fahamo sodoje. Akuma yata baki, Mr. Njai. It's very important to get facts.
Go ahead.
But ni sita iko sate mole bataka. Boro sate mo kilingol le nare kondo la bado kunko to dwe. Warando la farabulo la lefta de la Fatou le la kenyo bije Fatou ni sita nga kaido sinye karo karibe nye million ole dilanna. No. Listen to me. Listen to me. The very people. Mila wole tamo keno nyint. Ni wole le keno di. Foye nara si yaje ko na keno abet manyami beke kanja ben tora kande. Ngamira sai diamo banta. No mbadu. Diamo banta. Still, let's go back. Kachadula platform. Kenya Bidulata, Kenya Bidulata. But let me conclude. You know, it will not be ideal. No, but no, you'll come.
Because you're busy that time.
No, listen. You know. But yalo kul molbe sirin kunna. Kerr Fatou. He's my Kerr Jarbad. So, Mr. Njai, bimbete momento. Milio kenol odulalti pour kenyo bije. Afrere tembo hani be nafa sodo kanye yaje ko na nafa nyin amanda handi. Itolle wulita ini Ministry of Energy ya bulo du nyobulu inata kakachake kaje ko mbakela nyame.
Itibe mune kela as chairman, ibe mun simple.
Mimbe kela as chairman of Brikama Council. Wolon control ko do ku dinkral mi alon ke bebe munafa kan West Coast. Fonge be killing samba bunkile. Ngana satel fana na wodolu. Ward committee lamba, village committee lamba. Ngol fana sambadang. Let's have a frank engagement. Ko ngamin kumasnu on the Kachadura outreach. Na safe all alkalo lo vidi senge be sendi dula kile. Paremba kele nyame sanyi. District. Safe kunda mol mi yan golle be sirio sateto kana kasi kakacha wakacha be min wulula walonko kafuko ntolbe nyim baluwo min kon sanyi nsa mine keno ko balu fale na sene bunda lomba na jedema bunda lomba na san mayni lomba fobere biyo lomba wolle nyanda kachala kana jibero ke londo la karola fodu nyimu kude de miyalon ko anyande continent fama nyana continent ndole ya mira ko ndela ko miro lo nyinti ana nta impose la on the majority councillors in the council or the people of the Gambia or West Coast baranga min fam ko ndela miro to wolon ko fonga falindro ke mbenna bungol lola nyame bi nga banko kelim fo entata dami wolumu bankule de miyalan ko ya kuma sunu ke kenyole ta ka bungo loala bi ke five ika brick fire bricks leta ka bungo loala ana yiruwa sambana ila banko ka
wala langal terefo
no in Rwanda I'm talking about Africa so ngafoko climate global warming mobe yalan ko dunia al halobe tembo min dabe wajabe kan woto manye na kontinera kana badalu ka tinya parce que ni wo badal tinya ran don mimbe sirin kombo tendal don bebe dala woto mimbe kele ningi wo alfalu soto na kombo nga alfalu soto foni West Coast be nga singa kacha nsina miro bondi miro mi yalon ka sake kaiti koiti londo la karol kadi masakunda ka masakunda kawonya nganya kaje ko mosa fere do jibe mimbe lola bun la lokola
Seedy
joka ka kumfa ni woketa ibajela ferel be sotolal bar bi mo jama ka diamu for activist lombe the environment lomba for political actors lomba ha san mining san ala fo ko nin kenyo mambe bungolo alo mine kala bungolo fa de bungolo la men kenyo
ha bar fo anyanta bira bidula
bidula la fa tije
bi no musola
no memina bidula tije kabrin sa dawda la wato bank wala bi abanta jele yale ka fene bi min bije ikara burfut ikara tanjel ifama de aya ga dan tendal de nye kumbal sa yasambana so mimbe kering Fatou bidula la fa tije son tolla jeroto wolon ko be miro bonde la miro mi yaron ko be na bunlo nyalle falen jare mi sanjabina womunna miro le nyela karola kaje fanan ko era council abe bunda soto la membe kala fisheries bundade parce que ni ajibe bi ye bunda dol jibe ye palaso soto era council fiscal planning ay palaso soto jel disaster management agency ay palaso soto jel son sa bunda soto jam yal am marna bala ko la ando bala ko balan ko miliya lon ko lon west coast kolti wol fanambe siran soto lo dulade and wol kacha wo bekela kaje wo badabe tankala nyame ka conclude ka kumfa membe dending na cleaning nyina nga cleaning ngam fo senela bundato na miroto mbajele ko sate waranda wodoto mbe nyo seyakela the most clean ward, the most clean village, the most clean town. Fatou nini musinyoti nas korda sena de la kordati yana yen jura sini fana bela fele korda sena ya
sini mona na silol mambere ka sena ya fo folo so kanale silo fo damma ni silo tinyato fo damma mu doleti
wali be silo de kan fo you silo ma da
yalo sidi
baro silo min do ku mama do ku jay
listening to Seedy is now no more Seedy as a journalist or a TV politician. Seedy as a politician ye kuma jamale fo jam Gambia non ko Seedy ko politician mo Seedy jam bi sakona tuba karandi wa sa dati ya kabirim bakara fo nas ani mal be fani ay di mal be na mo ka fo ko ni wakay nga di alo dara bandal but now implementation becomes a problem. Yes. Ye loi lel fo jam water bill Fengateng for the first time in the history of this country will be so one. But if you don't have a pragmatic and visionary leadership, these ideas will remain delusional. They will never be implemented.
And the finance
but then miro bejere if I remember for them ko miro wala ka hamo wulu hamo wala ka ke baro wulu kodi ngamle yolo fo so miro nin ka tarajele but if I hamo fanga tara politician on the bank that is another thing no but ni hamo mantare la ke baro nim fonte keno and na better than that it boils down to visionary leadership ni man leadership sort of me aron ko ala jigibero wala la hamo be woto anim fana man pragmatic is always a problem. You can be for the mining Nakarol and everything. At some point, don't try to exonerate certain people because maybe President Barrow Maulansino di Mola. Forget about President Barrow now because new for the come to be guilty in there. You're trying to quickly exonerate him so that Mol Kanajoka tell him problem. You want to quickly say that Melbourne Ministry will them problem. But Nita Rajibe, Kujamale be Bonkoka from mining, the environment, and a lot of other things. Many Atata not a corruption of the Thank God.
So can you stick West Coast Kacha? Ni lafta masakunda la kuwa Kachala. No, you have to understand one thing, Mr. Njai, listen. No, I will not allow you to run away. What do you have to do? There is a government spokesperson.
No. Because you are a politician and you are part of the ruling party. I'm not necessarily asking you to speak on behalf of the government.
Thank you.
But yes, I'm not asking you to speak on behalf of the government. But we have a unitary system of government in this country. Decentralization, even though in reality decentralization is real form. Amandara Gambia, but I may expect decentralization of the Gambia, central government, the local government, and our working relationship. So, it needs to be ideal way for content. At the end of the day, some of these are beyond your powers. You cannot implement this alone. You have to have the working relationship with the central government to do that. Some of these things that you have mentioned, Banjul for la floater, Mr. Cole went and rescued, Jabang floater. Banjul, for example, near Jibe, Munaketaji, even the project, because mining Memphor, you're saying that ministry more like a another corruption. At the end of the day. Banjul project Munaketaji, National Audit Office report filter. At some point, President Barrow and the government cannot be exonerated from this because corruption and the office of the president is not clean in some of those things. So Nitela worried. And I want to ask you this, Seedy. Because at the end of the day, corruption is not only in the central government, even at local government level. The Kama Area Council is not an exception to that. What is your stance? Now, digitalization of revenue collection for Janne, which could be a way of even fighting corruption indirectly. But specifically, what plans do you have to fight corruption? And what is your opinion? This is not about what you can do for your schools in fighting corruption. Corruption Bangkok and Gambia right now. What is your opinion about this government in fighting corruption? That's one. And what do you intend to do to fight corruption in West Coast when you become chairman?
Thank you very much, Mr. Njai. Yalo wala nankweko. Akumayata ni sirejang. Mr. Njale sirejang miyalonko ala miro momenti walanka nyinin karoke. Pour molu mbela mwero banta. Isa fahamo sudo membe siring ifejang. Ni nada masa kunda la karola. Nil lafto kacha. Ofana ma fansun kachalet. But comme wato membe ntolbul bi. Ngalon ne ko nin kombe masa kunda la ko kachala. Na West Coast ngoli bol balkan.
But 2 seconds.
So me mim foka iko corruption amu fenne de mi yalonko atema fansun courant olet. And Mr. Njai ngalon ko iko Seedy mabo kachadula le ko ma keteten nga example o bondi e jande mi yalonko lota ka kele. Andu yite allo yini ala taala tema ko ndela platformo woman traje kamo nyada mutulola
ay molon non debbo ko kashab la follow back
okay be ga follow so baki okay bari kilin kilon min jeje yalon ne ko nalo dula men de ka corruption o bayi ka tilimbala ya bayi.
And you are supporting a government where there is rampant corruption, Seedy. That is contradictory.
Yalon ila opinion is your opinion. And I think it's important. Mr. You either come and sit where I sit where you sit, or you allow me to answer your question, but not interjecting me when I'm making my statement. No, listen to me.
Go ahead.
Nimbe kachakeka. Mbe kachakeka mpurumole nafasi tuje. Mandra kachakeka mpuru Mr. Njai ni Seedy lebe nyo sabaka.
No.
Ya fam?
Yes.
So corruption on fenede ama fansun courant oleti. Andu kato be nyande kala ka corruption o chele. Andu molembe makamoto political positions or whatever position you are. Iyende minkele kaje ko ye fango kuluru nyala mi yalon ko memu itati yota mi manke tati kanata. Anu fana kulurol fana nyanta lala le miliyalon kamol kulu miliyalon ke ka tilimbala ke jamala nafulol. Okumayata baki. Parce que bi ni deme do ko la leptano do bor poto mi ya bondi je bi. Ntemo mama sirin ko mo burfut anada o burfut leptano da mo boro so je kayta sang nin ko do tabulu ite o torale. Ora kumayata pour karango e commencer kabirin na primary school do na nursery school do kamol faham yandi yalla ala hako bondi ni jiko do be Gambia ngamre nyando jiko jibelal jiko mi yalon ko karembo celebrate la nyaadele moto nyimale babulu ko ra nyimal babulu musu nyimale babulu akaden ke nyimal dum tonya ni yake tarola wonderful. Bar ninga lonko ete do ku dinkara miya lonko ela soto danda daming anika barol miya lonko manke ela sototi andol kilingol le kana si ke celebrate.
Yep.
So we all have a stake in this.
Of course.
Yeah.
So nyimu kure miya lonko kelola nyande kela. Ana manke bulla keledi amanke kidila keledi. Fonga ndingol karandi from the grassroots. Yeah. Nga bankola kano dundi sondo moto. Bankola kano wala nyanda dunnan somo wala nyanda ken faral saluloti masata la faya akwena banko kano wo ala batoleti.
Yeah.
ila banko kano mu alabaton ila alabaton man timbani mela banko kano.
Now, Seedy, going back to your programs, you said your program Jamal Lefoya. Any program will mean 10 minutes later. Any program will mean before. Mineba abe sotondino la wolam kodoti. Digitalization be brigame area council at some form abijele. Bari mang any enhancement de I mean ke la revenue la pro banko dingole na fa tonya fo. Brigame area council tolbe buta West Coast le chairman mundela tere le silfo is my good chairman. He's my friend. But to be honest, when we talk about the reality, right, the Gambia Area Council have not worked effectively for the people of West Coast, like other regions as well, right? So, even though digitalization begins right now, how are you going to enhance that system to the point that you want to do all of these programs? Miyalonko ibas wafi kang West Coast ngole. Ibo keno.
Yalon Fatou, kacha kumas maronko ko miro. Walka hamolu. Wahamo. Walka baro ulu. Sifo, a very good brother, very nice gentleman. I katoke. But in Tolko, be jibero fan kelale. With digitalization of member Brikam Area Council. Yalong, manengo kudo mulunta. Ifadal. Do mulunta. Ifadal. Ninkar kaenda kungola. Na me dan kun tinyola
len debela ko kar na me dan kun tinyola be dan natulola
olon tonyat so minyanda kela follow ka West Coast lo project jibe that digitalization ka jibe.
Is it effectively working?
Natara lanjurol beje mino wala lanjurol ti mene sa yiro wandino namo jelle beje akami sambana asamu namu jelle sambana Fatou ninga fo bi. I'm very proud to come from West Coast, and you should be very proud to come from West Coast.
Proud.
I am extremely proud.
Even though I don't live in West Coast, I never move my vote. I'm very proud to come from West Coast.
Guess what? Everybody more bail after Sila West Coast.
Honey.
Actually, I'm on the Akuranta.
More bail after Sila West Coast. Ya ndola dindi ya watu Fatou. Nga embassy liji ani embassy residence. Pipeline Fajara. Do you know, as we speak right now, the highest residence of ambassadors and diplomats
Ibe West Coast.
Bijilo Hall.
No, Burford Heights. They're all over the place.
Bijilo Damale.
I think tranquil be.
Abe Chow. $100 Jabang, $100 Burford.
Gambia be West
Coast. So silang. Minyante kala. Kajibero. Eka moje West Coast. Abe bungo kono miya lonko a tambita million $10 kodo. O million keme $1 kodo. Warande abe namo soto kang woto ay bungolo aba loas kang mindara million keme $1 kodo misal fe. Rola nango the urban is there, the rural is there. So nibe nyin digitalization okela. Ya kisi ya jiwe mimbi. Iba jele ko how will you widen your tax collection?
Yeah.
My good brother Yankuba Dabo and my Goro Brana Jiare. Be Jiare la collection olonne.
Yeah.
The challenges Jamasoto. But B, I can call him one of the most successful Commissioner General.
That's true.
In Jiare. I'm not speaking for him. We had our disagreements.
But we are seeing the numbers.
We are seeing the numbers. Good. We are seeing the numbers.
We are seeing the numbers.
That's what I'm saying.
We are seeing the numbers.
We are seeing the numbers. No, we are seeing the numbers. We are seeing the numbers.
GRA is our GRA.
GRA is our GRA and they are doing. I hope I'm not doing publicity for them.
GRA is our GRA. They are collecting.
So yaje, ni yaje GRA ye tax collection of widen le.
Yeah.
What West Coast nyanda fanundila le. Intele banku bu no membe Brufut. Sawo se kana ndo ma ajo. Parce que alkalo mun nan ne bolet. But mo membe siring Brufut Heights. Warande taf. Ye nyala ka warande be kataji. wara ni dara jala bunda be soronde iman dunnoje mum ferele nyanda kele kaje ko kansulo e luwal soto andu kansulo sa bay lol dara nole masakunda ka luwal dada nyama kansulo ka luwal dada wala nyama sombe capacity le billa in brikamara e kansu mol min be brikama ila kansu ngaji ko do ko lalbije bar jibero ketan to la londo la karola kaji ko capacity mankitale mino wo capacity di milie londo sodo bunda jamalto sombole nyinila nge sambanan ye londo doku kaji ko namo mimbika kani West Coast kamin kani bi isa kemenyon kani nole son tol ko mbo londol tala ko namol kani wodo kodo de kala West Coast problem ode
kodo de Sidi yenyi mimbe fo Sidi last week election o keta Sidi patio West Coast BAC chairman council of Fula Sidi ayu ima Sidi tilo kabila results roje nata were you concerned, were you worried that your chances of becoming the next chairman of West Coast region is very slim? Were you worried?
I'm not worried. In fact, ma worry.
I know I didn't worry that.
Ma worry.
Why?
Parce que yalong mo nibe kuwa kukono ika hakilo leta ka dokundi.
Okay.
Hakilo la dokundo nyin carte fayo mimbota kono. I attended ko carte min safeta West Coast and in carte min fatata I fatam fanso ke. Min fighter.
Okay.
So na tara ko carte min safeta West Coast. Ane min fighter yo bondi carte min man fay ya jibe. Iba jele ko kule keta.
Mune keta.
Ko moja ma manta carte fay.
Ima fay West okay go ahead.
Moja ma man carte fay mbe West Coast la ka jaka.
Hambe wala ham.
Anu fane ye londo ta ya dokundi. Kaji ko West Coast milie siran ganyeje fo la carte la fatale fa doyatale wala ni journalist be nyin kacha ke kan a betiata e ka jibere ko sirol la abelari nyame milie council siran ganye ila carte mal lafa jamaa fambe je la carte le jitale
but I can confirm ko the turnout percentage of this local government election is more than the last local government in 2018. The turnout.
Yes. Me osabu. Me no sa wolongo kidimandro kitani local government election okono. Me mankenu wodo.
Yes.
Parce que brimo presidential election okono, national assembly election, mol fatigue tale, mol batata.
And the consistency in this city. Your party won West Coast in the presidential.
Yes.
Not a national assembly. Alesi Rangel Stoje, killing West Coast Bay, Odiondo. Not a councillor, me along go, councillor tang one say, Ali full of win. So after the presidential, you are not going, the tragedy is like this, you are going down. Now, Natra Kabin Sita Nunjan after the presidential election, Ni UDP Ko Sita Jang, SACO, NPP is the biggest party in the country. The UDP guy was upset, that is not true. Even in our comments, that's not true. SACO, no, we go by facts. The fact is, presidential NPP la win with landslide.
Good.
And you know, you can agree on that. Now, when you come to the local government election, Ngajeko, NPP, in the National Assembly, they did not do well as an incumbent. In West Coast, they had only one. Now, in a council election, Ngajeko, what pattern continuator. As a candidate coming in for the chairmanship, you should be worried because of the pattern it is taking.
Okay. I'm not more worried.
Okay.
Manjali. Among
Mejijan.
Amanjija.
Okay.
In fact, it makes me more determined.
Okay.
Ni hajibe carte feo min keta West Coast patio le lota mile lota je MPP bijele anu mbiyano ko MPP mu parti kutoliti parti kuto dula akala challenge sotole presidential election uma fanu sum fennet
yes different
molka candidate le jibe ka fo nyinde I'm comfortable this one nyinde I'm comfortable. It was different. So you cannot use the same yardstick presidential and this. So Nina MPP being the newest party, being party kuto, anata ta ka nyo sabo soto mili lafta palaso nyinna.
I was going to come to that. Is it because your party is divided?
No.
Continue. Go ahead.
Time obina bankan.
Go ahead.
So imagine ko ilo party kutaya ani mol fana nata kabulo party yo kono ka kanu ka lafi. Ne siran kuto san waranda moto kuto. Ika falta ya rode. Ya borende fo masingo wuru. Isina kondan ko moto kuto leve bulu.
Ale ke presidenza. Kabrali ya rode.
Wurda.
Sembo jidal.
Ana sembo manji.
Okay.
So sila.
No ina jia box le problem.
No. Amanji imenketa. So naneta National Assembly election. Mo jama bulada parti yo kono. Ile bulo mo minti wolom ye jiko soto palaso to.
Yeah.
Par man sata la min fo ala jon don dingole ako atele ka mo ngani palaso la. Bintol momi bebe nyo sabaka. Minna lolo de kabe sila brigade re council. Ale olonne.
Ha.
Ngana katol leke. Ala taala ko al wuli ale katoke. Hani londo alta nyini fo China. Woto ngana katol leke. Woto moldunde NPP party ko no. Jikole bije. So birimbo wo bekede katol lede. Par biro kato tara fabe ma fada president baro tambita. Palasol nara nyini député a palasol nyo sabo dunta je. Wo nyo sabo nyi akeda kuti miya lonko nsafa ko be amu parti kutoti imam pare ka tamandirbe ke parce que lafta mobe fanje parti yokono. Wala ko dimbaya tiyo eka ila dimbayal be kafundi nyoman. Kulurla eka dingol sotole miya lonko ika man izafata bari itele be wulu wala ko ike teri tombonne ye kafunyo tombon bari ni mi wulut ibi ko tombo so MPP keda parti mi yalan ko ilafta mobe mutala wala na habiri nyo sabo keda parliamentary election tombon dro kalola modul findire tara independent andun sa foy ko ni tada parliamentary result ol jibe ani molmi lota MPP independent mi mbote bala amambo parti bala
Tonya.
Woto woketa lanjuro di MPP la karola.
Councilor Tadu.
Nombina kan. Woketa lanjuro di MPP la karola. So ni nata councilor election of fanan. Minketa ani minketa député Karrefeola imam Fatabake.
Okay.
Woto mbondro keta primary keta woto mbondro fana waliyo dol dunta je. Waliyo atina dolu fana nata ka findi kake independent candidate. Par hansani MPP mo patio mendi kamobe uf. Besura kam foka. Kamobe kafu. Mampare kamo bay parce que ton lamu. Wo kero wo kole akosi MPP. So ni nata je independent min fa lo nyen council election okono. Nin kemelon tanse nin say beboda MPP la bara. We got it. We were available until the primary jama keta nga londe molmi e palaso nyini. Yalo mbinyami. Ninde nide palaso nyini. Ite ya so ndema so ndara independent. Ibara mundon.
Angale bari memena. Ika memena 88%.
Wala keta.
Let me time of Fokanja. Abula no.
Wala keta.
So Ceedy go.
Wala keta. So independent jama na faras MPP bala. Ya kalam don. Wonada ke koti ay kola ko ke MPP. Anu ngake ko keta sababoti. Miyatina mo jama fana min ker MPP dingolti ime fanje karre fayo kono iba finde ka karre fayo so man so bone fadu ime fanje bar silang bawo nibe wo front ila tactique ta bondila
eta fola be minke
bar sila mimbe kela
lafta min fole
mimbe kela
lafta min fole wala yine be kela na last question ti and then esa se rapo bay what
tamo sidal no mo be siribe man don politicien on
my last question is the same division minketa National Assembly min keda nyin council on wole be caring itel election auto bayri la main contender any min tata after alla first round min tata election la a faratale he believed ko the election was fraud president yetele tomon ay candidate even though he was more NPP than you a fele a farata tata ke independent candidate b more believed ko min Ceesay boita is because wo faro min keta la patio kono wala keta National Assembly aketa council election right now abe keri wo fara so min beta la patio bala hani sign patio man amma unite no hani sign as we speak for be affect la number 1 left the wall on that. And what is your position on that ila selection was?
Hello.
And finally, two-party question. Secondly, knowing Seedy, you worked human rights and rule of law. You worked across of Europe with Dr. Jane and others, to bring freedom to Gambia. And some of the things was reforms when it come to alkalo ni seful kanabula election. Iko Seedy la campaign kabri yete tomondro alkalo lechika ke sama banku kateta di bol alkalo da manya tara election muna dai son tawa asta to ila ina ila nyima
oyalong min kumayata wolonko alkalo lu milbe siring ila satel to banku dingol lomit
bari manke politique
no so do wonde
okay go ahead
so do wonde police o membe constable yala la police kundado nala do ko ka jita akameneke bidal hajo to poto nena ma moy follow alkalo lo platform da ko ndem alkalo de andumba forcer la na mol kan e carre fay Mr. Njai no ambe jabiro
lamin fingo jalamba alkalo na audio play
no dala time oti
jalamba alkalo waya follow
time oti so membe kere alkalo la dungo politiko kono iko wala be kering
wala be kering
wala kere samarango
eko alkalo le sambala
wala kere
bari yalon ko
introduce molia
yalon ko
alkalo ya wala kere sambaki
no yalo be nyame burfu alkalo mun de bari net umba
you are fighting that
I know that okay so min keda nyin kuma kawlo alkalol be nyinal alkalol be nyilla alkalo karre kilina babulu
and Seedy
they are influential
Seedy it's unfortunate and disappointing that be wala be caring
mene be caring
di alkalo la dum politiko kono
e be campaign wala Seedy
okay
okay ila ngam fo Seedy
president wala candidate do fe alkate fe alkalo
president kan ni alkalo yaje ko ade I believe ko karre keso babulu andabe fatule fasala no soba waranda be sid lamini Mr. Njai mbadu alkalo ala jannabe kel alkalo di ani Seedy asotole ni wo alkalo wulida bi alo alkali ya nafo ya landi ko nyimu mole de miya lon ko ndesa fasa parce ngalon ko tonya molo ma anyanda fasa
so men kada jamela time you don't have a problem with it now
men kada jamela no you see you don't mix apple and orange
hani mbemena
men kada jamela watu mbadu
ba de yale be men kele kan kunu wala be kerim bi ba kon don kan Seedy that's what I'm saying kunu wa alkalo faranso no kunu ko men kada wala ngamole je men ko tonya mole njarde ngandilo ka jardal pour ka carte odiala wala nambula kan wa carte odiala ibole fo kan dise
bari andema alkali je mi yalon ko a lota ka politiko fasa parce que because atela candidate dom Seedy Cece
jalamba alkalo
bari ibole fo kan dem
ma audio boy no ngo alkalo jannabe ke alkalo di banko
ani mo balo be hani okay hani ti
Mr. Njai ida be sirin jang yo mo le support ni carte fo Seedy yeah so alkalo e right sotole alkalo e fundamental right sotole ka fo ko karlon de la candidate oti na kala muta janne opposition candidate
going against what you stood for yesterday
no nga kalam rejang and it's evidence that model MPP candidate dol wolta kada alkalo liya ika foy ko UDP ko lende saba janne warande parti carrière saba janne wota la kata bari ñilen dol saba wol kata janne
but it's wrong
it is wrong
so you fana mbole keka
no I understand ngol foy ko ka foko alkalo lu ila miro anila jerinya mbe lipalo busol
ani mo for what we are saying is
so finally
going in for campaign
so finally Ahmed Jite tata Ahmed Jite ko West Coast juso NPP juso be aba Ahmed Bol hana la chairman alla West Coast executive alfon la mol ko ngala NPP chairman o moyle min bota siara no ako alla chairman on ala mol be jitele ya no moyle and alla fon la chairman o le ofo e ko Ahmed ning NPP bota ko be tatal e ko kungol don na battle bul alte unite
yalong
unite labang albe family kilne
berendunda nyin ko kono nga kata prung kata personality.
No, this is not personality. It's the candidate. Yeah.
Amer Jite is a good brother of mine.
Yeah.
Ninna benda dawda hormone mbunya le bentema and horoma mbunya. Mamira nene ya moy dulato aben kajafila koranda kandoya.
Ako pusmutaka. Ako sini pusmutaka.
Okay. Pusmutaka. Oh, that's good. So dinino mi alanko nga bunya.
Yeah.
And do lafta min kala politiko kono nga nyo bunya. So ntabe West Coast ngol ya marla minna. Seedy Cece is the unifier.
Okay.
Ntol natale ka West Coast ke kilinti.
You have 4 weeks. Are you able to unify your base, the NPP base under you?
It's already unified.
It's already unified?
Yes.
Thank
Fatou,
you.
that's why I said, if you had possibly employed me to be your intelligent gatherer or whatever,
yeah,
at least you would have got some intels the last 72 hours. A lot had happened in the last 72 hours. I thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We look forward to, I know Mbena Firo Kono, where we have announced we will have
program of but
there
are you have other platforms.
Other platforms.
Yes, we'll come. Yes. So thank you so much. Thank you. We are from Bruford. You know, na kolbe nyoko na barbarin dingo ndolla and you know the good thing is one of my very good driver is Lamin Chan's brother.
Oh,
huh?
Even the Saradila West Coast goal.
Mbe Salome ndila West Coast goal la. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin ngala tentu. Tumomi nandunda nyinkono. Mole katoke bake kabo MPP la principal President Barrow right to the supporter of the party ibe katoke musukunda ke kunda national executive yala katoke regional committee under the leadership of Lamin Jatta yala katoke parti dungu be la katoke Lamin Jatta nala mole la katoke chairman la katoke breka mangolo nyaanya banana burfut fonyo minga maji
chairman bulo fela ko ngaka ngata ndel fonga carte fela afele bulo
otombe MPP party mo be tentula be West Coast ngol be tentula parce que mbe kula kono mi yalonko ntolla miro mumid horomo ni mbunya mo tambinde momo natal nyaatele wala ayala miro fali mi mala hammoti ay nake kebarot woto West Coast ngal tentu ngal jeyi kabo kalaji brijoro fo ker serigne ñe tentu dindin keba musuka fo kere mbe haka boyinde la fana baw sunkaro science fa bantale mam futa mo bela no sunkaro kono ka habo na en ka futa mo bela bar nim mam futa no minna ikana kamfa sidu mo altalati andumbe futa lallal alla kabilol tulong alla marseto lombang alla kurdula lomba alla turdula lomba alla gadino lomba alla bada lomba mbe futanal bemale mbal be la moyla wolon to la do kote mam patije ngaminje wolon West Coast tonya mbe MPP parti yolo kono par lafta West Coast be ke bakilin fakilinte ka West Coast bonde oto mbe mobe kondo na salola bawo ngaji ko sainde kamara ko nankol ko karoje tala man ko fitoro masiko
ko nankol ni sisa ko nankol e olfa
so silang mbe mobe kondo na salola mbe duwala bankoe alma alen so kayrola ala karome banko kan ko leami be banko karadolla Ukraine wani dula kotolto alma abedi mbafara nga fo candidate ole mil bebe nyim palaso nyini kan ntol be mu bakilen fakilen al ngam bulo du nyobul ala barka bak
esa Utombe bari ngol be tentula mbe Seedy la media team tentula. Actually, it was just a short notice. Kunu nange contact, and they made it very easy for us. We want to thank them for that. Madon mi alon ko bebe jibero kom Seedy ya fanyami sunkaro banta be jibero lalu. Sako na sponsor mini alon ko nyim programme e tole amuta jembe tentula mbe jaila. Minumbe ko GRA wala nanko ko ya ndolka collection. GRA.
Na brother lo.
Yango they are collecting. They are collecting be tentula mbe jaila. Mais aussi pour l'aviation, GIA, GPPC, Trust Bank, Bebe Tentula, of course, Swami India International, Bebe Tentula, Bejaila, Molbe Jibero, Saliboy Namban, Almanda Salisiala, Almamabela Jarla, for next week, inshallah, with another candidate from either Banjul or West Coast or KM. Ngal Tentungal Day. Good night to you all. See you next week.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Are you gone?
Airport Residency Estate is a gated community located in Old Yundum, proudly developed by Swami India, perfect for all looking for a quiet life with luxury amenities within an enclosed setting. When talking about the benefits of living in a gated community, safety and security is top on the list. They allow extra privacy, take away the hustle of unwelcome solicitors, and create a safe haven for children to play in a trusted environment without traffic or speedy vehicles. A great sense of community develops through the meeting at a controlled communal leisure facilities, offering an integrated lifestyle. A green environment and well-managed communal areas are keys to higher home standards, elevated quality of life, and better property value, should you consider home reinvestment in the future. Added to all is the location, just next to the airport and reconstructed main road, yet tucked in the tranquility of nature. Our purpose is one: your satisfaction. Contact us. Let us help you build your dream home in the Gambia.
Yiriwa men kafatan na tarambulolu to nga GIA cargo complex parendile pour ka julaya sone yandi ka dungoni mfunti bundana doko sembentu ya Banjul International Airport to men si nyafa si moluma mel ka fengolu ki bantala bankolu kan anin julandingolu fana foysi sulan na cargo doko le bang katu masingolu bembulule ka fo meye forklifts mel ka selendiro ni jindiro ke bakasolu la mel be funti kan waranto ka dunnan na warehouse lu kono nga dinkira sumayari ngolu fana sotole ifula milla fano mu metari kemeleti karo bela adun isi cargo bakasolu tanole men sita fo ton tan woro ila sumaya fana futata tembeleto men ka fendolu mabono fo ikana tinya fo sene fengol lombang domori fengolu waranto jata kende ani bori ma fengolu cargo bagasolu la taradula kendo asulata jamani labang korosir langolu lela na double view x-ray korosir la masingolu aka cargo bagaso kono jubele komi cargo doko sartolu ya landi nyameng nyin double view x-ray amu jamani labang rapid scanaleti men ka karafula korosiro keno cargo sifa bela wati kilngo kono to na doku lalo imu ayata karandingol leti miliyela dokuo no iframansata cargo dokuo na tamandiri nyato na dokuo la betea wayem futandi RA3 makamoleto men satin na fo nse cargo bagasolu kinole kata UK aning EU bankolu kan GIA ka hakili tenkungo dila na dokuo to ite nyina la men.
Every day is a new opportunity to make sure our first impressions are always our best and to see possibilities on the horizon. To make our facilities and services more accessible and find freedom all around us. With a location proximity to active markets, with a liberal air transportation policy. That daily pursuit is how we turn everyday opportunities for you. For all destination marketing support, customized packages for new existing airlines and operators, and for a highly ranked tourist destination, the Gambia Civil Aviation Authority is here to serve. We regulate air transport, operate and manage BIA technical requirements merged with commercial considerations. We have experienced and well-trained aviation professionals to cater for your needs. For investment opportunities in building airport hotels, shopping malls, playground for children, do contact us on 4472-831, 4472-893. Gambia Civil Aviation Authority. We go beyond daily.